So this story begins like all great stories, in the cellar of a tavern, where a bunch of random adventurers get magically teleported into the Hollow, a tavern run by the barkeeper Aberforth. And they all appear down here, and Aberforth comes to check on them, not understanding what's going on, and none of them know what's going on either. That is until, magically, an elf appears named Tabula Elric, a wizard, alchemist, kind of crazy person who, through his experiments, teleported this group of adventurers for the king of the land, Obed Edom of Inveria, the city that they are currently inhabiting.
And I robbed him multiple times.
So then he informs them that they need to go see the king to help on this grand quest. And they go and meet with the king, and the king informs them there is a darkness that is encompassing the land of Inveria, and he needs their help to stop it. However, because they meant to summon stronger adventurers, he recommends for them to go join up with the Adventurers Guild and become stronger and earn a living for themselves in the city, as it is impossible for them to send them home. So all these adventurers head to the Adventurers Guild, form a party that they name the Kidnapped Victims, because they were all kidnapped against their will. And so then they take on a quest at the guild to head into the sewer and clean the sewer out of giant rats and monsters and stuff like that. But before then, they stop at Tabula's house to inform him of what they were doing, and also of the fact that they needed health potions, healing potions, as was recommended by the job quest. So they got healing potions from him, and while they were there, they noticed a few oddities, but they moved on into the sewers, and while in the sewers, a bunch of things happened, but the main thing is they made it to this room.
I won a backflip contest.
They made it to this room, and they ended up fighting against centipedes, giant rats, and 2 giant crabs, and defeated them all, and now they are in this room where there is a weird-smelling tunnel, as Bob, the Goliath, proceeded to make many smell checks, by the way.
Yeah, he does like his stuff.
Yeah, so
And while after the combat, everybody did celebratory backflips, had a big backflip contest, except for Banazar, he did a front flip. And then also, the other thing is that there is this secret wall that they uncovered, and at the end of the wall there's this strange glowing light. So that's kind of where we're at. We're in this room.
What's really funny to me is that me, by far the biggest one here, is playing a 2.5 foot tall dragon, and this dude, who's one of the smallest dudes here, is now playing a Goliath who's giant.
Now
I said one of.
That short.
I'm a high elf wizard. That's the pre-generated character. I was going to be a dragonborn fighter, but yeah.
You didn't get the memo that it needed to be level 1.
No, it is level 1.
Oh,
it's just very overpowered.
Oh.
Okay, so here we are in the sewer.
Yeah.
The funny smelling sewer.
The funny, there's one, there's multiple tunnels, and there's one funny smelling tunnel, and then there's another tunnel where there's a strange light that we it was a secret tunnel, and we pressed a button and uncovered the wall.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Which I suppose I also could have said for the whole giant crabs being destroyed thing.
You could have that as well. He happened to get 5
I had 5 920s
last time. And I had back-to-back now.
Yeah.
Bro, my dice hate me, even though they are very good.
And one of them was for what? Holding rope?
They got
Yeah. One of them was for holding rope, and the other was making sure I didn't fall into sewer sludge, and I failed.
4.
So you couldn't hold the rope?
No.
Yeah, just get away.
Somebody was tight rope walking
his
across the road,
character never goes
basically,
to prison.
and I wasn't strong enough. I didn't roll strong enough to hold onto the rope, so I fell forward, and then
I
Bob, who you're
acrobatically
going to be playing,
saved the other
proceeded to
one.
yank on the rope to try to pull everybody toward the side because it was over the ledge, and then I wasn't good enough to let go of the rope, so then
I also
Just do that.
don't
do that.
caught like the elf
miss it.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
falling, wrapped my tail around the rope and kind of
And then-
saved her.
Yeah, you saved her.
But then when Bob yanked it, then you fell
Then I
in.
fell.
And
Okay.
Alright,
it was funny. It's actually relevant.
Already?
Yep.
Oh, also he went to like throw me across like the thing
Mm-hmm.
because I had angered him, and so when he like rears back to throw me, I like
stole
reached in
some.
and stole gold out of his purse,
Of the money.
and then I was done. So take your opportunities when you get it.
Yep.
I suppose.
Okay. So, y'all have just finished your encounter in this chamber of the sewers, and you guys just took a short rest. So most of you are back up. I know, Colin, you don't have your Draconic Cries back yet, do you?
I do not believe so. No, because we didn't long rest
Yeah,
yet. I
just
don't
a short
believe.
rest. And then so your character just got back into the chamber where everybody else is, and for the purposes of this, we're going to pretend like these other people where you were just adventuring with all the way from the beginning anyway. So they're just there. Now you've all completed this, so you're just there. And
Well, if we're gonna pretend they were there the whole time, we should probably know all their names,
Yeah.
and they should probably know all of our names.
sure, go ahead and introduce thyselves.
I am Garf Cat.
Garf. Do you like lasagna?
Garf Cat.
Garf
Cat.
Cat, and then describe your character. What does it look like?
I am a high elf wizard. I imagine like Voldemort and Snape kind of merged.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
very nice.
Interesting. Do
I
you
was
have a
really
nose?
hoping he was gonna say. You look
Yes,
like,
I do have an.
Okay.
I was really hoping he was gonna say you look like a Keebler elf. You still have to go because they don't.
Oh,
they don't know
Benazar,
a turkey
yeah,
rabbit.
you're
Right.
My name is Benadzar. I am a human paladin.
It's really stupid.
Yes,
Yeah.
very dumb. Yeah, and I'm rather tall, but not super tall. And
Dark
yes,
and
and
handsome.
handsome. Yes. And that's all you really need to know about me.
I am. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. That's kind of sad. I guess Westlock.
Westlock, yes.
Westlock. Okay. Yeah. I'm a tiefling warlock, and I guess I look like. I can't access the picture. I guess red. Red.
Okay.
That's
That's red
all I can
tiefling,
get
you have
from that.
horns, probably horns.
Yes. Yeah. And hair.
And hair.
Yeah.
And hair.
Not
Okay.
bald.
Not bald.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nothing against being bald.
I'm Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're tall.
Bob is
Very
aware.
tall.
The builder.
Yeah, he's very tall.
I don't know what color my hair is, but
That's
I'm
your
tall.
bald. I think you're bald.
I'm
Hey,
bald.
Bob, you're bald. You're like pretty tall, covered in tattoos.
Covered in tattoos, yeah.
Bob.
Very muscular,
Mr. Bald.
and hates goblins with a burning passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obsessed. Like
I am
brings
going
up goblins
to
every
kidnap
time he gets the
every
chance.
single goblin I see and force them to like dance around you.
I'll
You
kill
will
them
kill
all.
them.
Alright.
I will grant them.
Have you seen
shield.
those things on YouTube where someone's like they're playing as a human fighter, but it's like they fight humans? So every time they're like, the DM brings in a character and they're like, "Is he a human?" The DM's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I attack."
Alright.
So I am
Like a
Kai
human,
Dawkins.
though.
I'm a kobold rogue. So I'm like 2.5 feet tall, and like kobolds get to be like an adult at I think it's like 6 years old. So my character's like 10, but he's an adult because he's a kobold.
My character's name is Ace. I am a human sorcerer, and I have many playing cards. I'm kind of look like a performer. Like I've got like a black and red mask on. I've got blonde hair and blue eyes, and I'm wearing like almost like a tailcoat kind of a setup thing. So
He's Gambit
There's
if
that.
Gambit was a character in My Hero Academia.
sure, wonderful. Go with that.
Alright, and then to set the scene, the sewers have, the series of tunnels, and the tunnels all have like a center path of kind of sludge and sewage just kind of slowly trickling along through it. It's dark stone, there's no natural lighting in here, so if you have dark vision, you can see, or if you have a torch, a couple of people had a torch out, you can see there's a little bit of like stone walkways on either side of the sludge in the center, so you can scooch along the side there, and then currently you are in this larger chamber where you encountered the various monsters and defeated them. It's basically where several of these kind of sewer channels connect up, and it forms like a matrix of the tunnels where they flow in different directions. And it's a large, probably like 25 by 25 foot room, and that's where you fought. You opened up a secret passage, and it is a similarly sized tunnel going into it, but there is no sewage in it. It is not a sewage tunnel that you opened up. So now Colin is making his way back, or Kai is making his way back into that center area where all of you just finished your short rest. What do you want to do?
So I suppose I'm telling him everything resolved.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
So, ditto.
There's a bright glowing
Kai
light.
just went and he was slowly sneaking along. He got to about 30 feet away from the entrance to what looked like it was opening up into another room. Same dark stone interior, a little bit of pale blue glowing light. He did not see any monsters, maybe some stone fixtures and stuff. Just he could see barely a little bit of shadows in there in the secret room. He didn't quite make it all the way to, and then he came back and told you all of that. So now
I say we go investigate the secret room.
I'm with Mace Windu here.
Yeah. I want to...
Oh yeah,
Go
my
through
character gets everybody's names wrong.
Oh.
Okay.
Just
You want to go see if there's goblins?
Yeah. I want to see if they're goblins, and I want to smell the tunnel before we go in.
Okay.
make a survival check.
he's
Your
fully
survival
character.
checks or your sniff checks?
Checks. Yeah. So
So if you want to
go on there.
roll for a sniff check,
Alright, D20.
and then add
It's a
your
9.
And then check your thing, because under skills you should have a survival modifier.
proficiency bonus.
Look at the bottom. +4, so that's 13.
13.
13. This tunnel, it's smelling old. Very, very old. And it smells a lot cleaner than the sewers that you have been traversing through, which smell absolutely terrible. So your sniff is, you get this old kind of dusty smell, and the air, it feels like old and stagnant, but it's not stinky. That's what you get from your sniff.
Yeah.
So you're not feeling any goblins.
Not feeling any
You do
goblins.
not smell any goblins.
I really felt like bashing a
Oh
goblin.
no, old and musty kind of smells like goblin trickery.
Goblins. Tricksters.
So I guess we're going down.
Okay, y'all want to go?
Before we
Going
go
down.
down, I slap Mr. Clean's head.
Whose head?
You.
Me?
Mr.
Your
Clean.
ball.
Your ball.
Oh.
You just like
Yeah. Just because. Just because.
Roll for unarmed
Make
strike.
an attack roll.
My goal is to make it red. 5.
Oh, no.
My strength mod is 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your armor class is probably higher than 5.
It's 16.
yeah.
So you walk up to Bob, this towering Goliath,
And you break your.
and you go to try to slap him on top of the head. Just for aesthetics. You're just trying to skin his head real quick.
You smack him right
And
on
his
the dick.
reflexes are just too quick, and Bob just grabs your hand, like, right in front of his face, and it's just, his hand is massive in comparison to yours. So your little hand is just kind of in his big hand, and he's just like, what are you doing?
You're acting like a goblin.
That is goblin trickery. Do not try that.
Mr. Queen.
Alright.
Alright, so as a group, you guys start working your way into this tunnel.
Yeah, and I have my torch out as well.
Alright, so what do you want the marching order to be?
I want to be last, if possible.
Okay.
I want to be kind of middle of the pack towards the back.
Alright.
I'll go first, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that
I think you have a torch
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you
I
have
do
a
have a
torch out,
torch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go like
I've got dark vision.
And how much?
I'll go 7.
What's the radius of that?
I think it's 20 feet of light and then 20 more feet of dim light.
Okay.
I have dark
So,
vision
maximum
of
force
60
the
feet,
first
so it
time.
doesn't matter.
I also have
Oh.
dark vision, which I think before your character, I was like the only character with dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Actually, I think I have. Do I have something?
You're a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
You should have dark vision.
I think it's
I'd be
20.
surprised if you didn't.
20.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Let's see.
I think I go last because it takes me a minute to realize that everybody's leaving down the tunnel.
Okay. Guess I can be in front of Ben.
Yeah, you do have dark vision 60 feet.
So, like, you're just kind of like, and as we're leaving, he just grabs you by the back of the collar and just starts dragging you. It's like, oh!
Come on, man.
So Bob is leading the charge down this tunnel, and it's not wide enough for you guys to walk like shoulder to shoulder. It's kind of gonna be a single file. The smaller characters could probably fit beside each other in the tunnel. Bob, you're kind of taking up most of the tunnel. Your head is like stooped a little bit.
Can I stealthily try to just ride him like a backpack without him knowing that I'm on his back?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. It doesn't matter if it's sleight of hand or stealth. I've got the same skill. I got +9 to it. Alright, so that's a 19 plus 9.
Make a perception check. There's no way. The only thing if you roll in that 20, you'll know. That's it.
A 4.
Alright, so as Bob is leading the way through this tunnel, Kai sneaks up behind him and, quieter than a mouse, literally like the stagnant air moving through this tunnel is louder than Kai is. And he hops onto Bob's back and literally just gently has his the pads of his kind of claw-like hands just on the shoulders, and then his feet resting on kind of like the hip bones, the back-facing hip bones of the big Goliath in front of him, and he's just kind of there hiding and maybe peeking over his shoulder just a little bit. And then he'll just come back down, and peek around, and go back down, and y'all continue that way. And you keep walking. You walk for maybe it's a little bit faster than you were sneaking before. So I say you walk for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then those of you with, well, it really doesn't even matter, but you do start to see a pale blue glowing light kind of filtering in through the little silhouette at the end of the tunnel that you're seeing. And it is very, very pale. Not a lot of light. It'd be considered dim light for sure. But it is definitely noticeable at the end of the tunnel, and I'd say you are roughly about 60 feet away from it. You guys just want to continue up to it?
Sniff check.
Sniff check? Alright. Roll a sniff check.
14.
Do you have
4.
to have like detect
18.
magic or anything?
Me? Oh, me?
Yeah. I mean, aren't you a wizard? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it was a pre-made character, so...
Right. I don't know. You might.
Oh, I do have detect magic.
Cool. You might want to use that on the light up ahead.
Yes, I'm going
I wanna be
to
sniffing.
do what you said.
What's the range on it?
30 feet. So
You will
probably-
have to get closer.
I will have to get
before- I mean, you could burn it if you really just wanted to. You'll have to get a little bit
We're
closer.
going to get closer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run up there and then use detect magic.
Okay, so I'll let you do your sniff test. So you take a good sniff in, and the air is pretty much similar to what it was there. By this point, it does feel there is a sense of ancientness in the air. It's really, really old, and there's not much else you're getting from the sniff. It's old stone and very old. No, you can't smell any living things that you know of. You do.
No.
You're what did you roll again?
18. Well, I rolled
Yeah.
14, but
You're slightly picking up on maybe something dead, something that is deceased. Maybe like some kind of, not necessarily rotting, but kind of just like that stale stench of.
Like an old person's house?
My guess is that there is a skeleton behind the light. That's my guess.
Ooh,
I whisper in Bob's ear, and I say, "This is your conscience speaking. You wanna go touch the glowy light?"
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
What's
boy.
my persuasion. Ooh, I really wish it was a deception check. 14.
And then you go ahead and make an insight check, Bob.
9 plus what?
2. So that's 11.
11.
So you believe that you're kind of hearing your conscience speak to you a little bit. Maybe even your shoulder angel is speaking to you. The angel letting you know that you should probably check out this weird blue glow light.
You telling me my sniff test didn't detect him?
I was saying make a stealth check. Make a stealth check to see if you can
Hide from my nose.
hide from your sniff.
14.
How much?
14.
Oh, you do sniff him on your back.
Let's go.
You can smell the slight bit of dragon, kind of dragonoidy, scaly smell coming from directly behind you. You still can't feel it. You can smell it.
You know what's bad is it was a 14, but I rolled a 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that 18 came in clutch. The 18 sniff check.
Nice.
No, what's funny to me, though, it's like he smells me on his back. But when I whisper in his ear, he's like, clearly this is my conscience.
I'm smart.
Okay, and then you wanted to run up within range of to where you could kind of see the blue light, and you wanted to detect magic.
I think I might change my mind and
Okay.
use Ray of Frost to create an ice wall to block him from
Okay.
touching the light.
Why?
Why?
Because I can.
That's not very nice.
Can you?
Well, would he have heard me tell him to touch the light? Is the question.
Well, I'm like kind of like just now going up there,
okay.
so I'm like probably up like in front of him, like in front of
You're probably like third.
Like-
We're in
like-
our walking order, like it's
But
Bob
he
first, him on his
whispers-
back, and then you next.
He
Is that-
whispers
Probably.
in my
I
ear,
did
though.
whisper. I don't
You did
know.
whisper.
So
But
that's
again, I
kind
don't know how good elf's hearing is either.
Well, I
What's-
have the Spock ears.
What's your
Yeah.
passive perception?
Passive perception is going to be, I don't know, it's very strange to use phone. Should be here.
Looks like it is
13.
13. Yeah.
Yes.
And
I mean, it's up to you. I don't care either way.
say,
I mostly just like messing with people.
That's exactly why I'm doing this.
what was your persuasion?
You get
I
like a-
want to say it was like no.
I was like mid-teens, maybe.
Yeah, I know it was. I know I had a +2. I can't remember what I rolled.
Okay, we'll say for the purposes of this, he's able to pick up on it because he's following. We'll say he's second in line. So Bob was leading the way. He saw you on his back and was right behind that. So he was able to pick up, slightly overheard maybe something, and then so at like, would Bob choose to maybe start running ahead if you check this out?
Yes.
And then so you're wanting to stop him from doing that.
Yeah, can I do it to where when I do it, he just
trying to
runs
smash
into
through
it?
the ice.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe.
You're strong.
Can I like
Yeah,
wait
we're strong.
for like the
Oh,
perfect
What's your
time?
strength? 19.
Yes.
Okay, I would love to do that.
We just all start fighting each other.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not touching that light.
Okay, so
I want to. My conscience told me.
make
My conscience
a
told me I have to do it.
make a spell attack.
I believe I can just do it from my phone.
I want to say Ray of Frost. You can just do it. I don't think you have to roll for Ray of Frost.
It's
Oh, wait, no,
it's a
it's-
cantrip, but it's not.
Not 20.
Okay. So
Oh wow.
so you hit your mark perfectly. So what I'm imagining happening, because it's Ray of Frost, so you're probably not going to be able to make like a whole wall of ice, just because it's not that powerful of a spell. But what I see happening is Bob's running up, charging forward like full Goliath speed, which is pretty dang fast. And he's closing in. He's about 20 feet away from the opening that leads into this chamber. And you perfectly do like a reach to the side, and like you're kind of falling down, and you just shoot a Ray of Frost perfectly, and it glides perfectly right in front of him as he's running. The Ray of Frost hits the ground right in front of him, creates like a 5 feet sheet of ice, followed up by like a little block of ice at the end. So the Goliath Bob just starts immediately slipping out of control on the ice, catches both of his front feet on the ice at the beginning, and make a acrobatics check for me.
Alright. It is a 22.
And his feet.
I had a +5 for my hit chance, so 25.
I mean, you're making him slip, so like you hit successfully, like you aimed perfectly, so the ice is exactly where it needs to be. This is just a check to see if he can somehow manage to avoid the slipping and face planting. So his feet slide out from in front of him, catch on this block, and then as he's going to start smashing his face on the ground, he actually catches himself and starts doing push-ups. And
I'm still just on his back.
so now you guys, all of you behind, all you see is some like pale white ice on the ground, immediately followed by Bob just. What the heck are y'all doing up there?
That's a very good question.
Are you guys getting attacked or like what's happening?
I do
Just daily work.
have divine sense
Okay.
that allows me to detect
Only
undead
he had
creatures
common sense.
within 60 feet. So I would like to
Sadly, I left that at home.
cast divine sense. See if there's anything undead, not just dead.
Okay. So you cast it. You guys are all kind of, maybe I'd say roughly you guys are 15 feet away from the entrance at this time. You can't quite see the full scope of the room yet, but you go ahead and cast that, and you take a moment to meditate. You hold your, TG necklace, and take a second. Thunder God! And then
This was going by the way.
you are actually picking up no undead presences.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to read it to me, I don't know. What does it detect?
It says, know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Yes, you are not picking up anything. You know with pretty good certainty that there are no undead in that room.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to walk past everybody slowly, kind of, and avoid the ice sheet on the ground,
Okay.
and make my way to the door and just stealthily peek around the entrance to the where the light is.
Make a stealth check.
So are we in the room, or is it just outside of the
You're
room?
just outside of the room. I'd say the group on its own is about 15 feet away from like the entrance where you would, officially get into the room. And then Keenan he's worked his way up right to the front, and he's trying to sneakily take a peek in and get a whole glimpse of the room.
Which I rolled an 11.
For stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, now roll a perception check.
Okay. That's a little better. Okay, 16.
So, taking a look in the room,
Finally getting some decent rolls.
I know.
You
Andy
are-
sitting next to me.
what you see in front of you is a large chamber, a little bit bigger than the previous one that you guys just did battle in. And in here, you're not seeing any signs of sewage, nothing like that. It is a large stone room with what you do see in there is there are 3 statues in it. So there are 3 large stone statues kind of in a triangle surrounding a altar-looking type thing in the center. And there's kind of like a bluish-looking crystal type deal in the ceiling, and that's what's giving off the pale glow. And it's more focused towards the center, but it doesn't jut out of the ceiling really. It's kind of just spread across the ceiling. And just from what you saw, you imagine it to be some kind of magical crystal or something that just gives off an ambient light. And that is what you see.
Okay, I'm gonna relay the information to the rest of the party of what I just witnessed.
Okay. Can I use Prestation to cast a very strong odor of goblins to the end of the hall so that he doesn't get filled in on what is out there? Just in case something happens.
Just so
And then he gets confused.
So, where are you wanting the goblins' scent to be?
Kind of like back from where we came from originally.
Okay, so back towards
Yeah.
the original chamber where you guys just finished your battle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the range on that?
Oh, well, I mean, it's at 10 feet. I don't know how.
Okay, so make a stealth check.
And I thought my character was bad for the party.
He's just out for
Oh no, you haven't even gotten a taste. Like I normally do chaotic evil. So
Could you not betray us, please?
no, it's just fun.
It's just Bob.
It's just fun.
He just doesn't like
In
Bob.
fairness, my character has been messing with Bob the entire time.
Oh.
Are you still on his back? When
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still.
Okay.
He's still on my back while I'm doing the push-ups. I haven't stopped yet.
Oh yeah.
Bob is just massive push-up guy.
Best
Guy.
workout.
He's immaculate. Physique.
419.
Yeah.
420.
I mean, last time when we were going places, and I would decide that for the party, it's the direction I want to go. I'd be like, "Yeah, Bob, I'm pretty sure I saw some goblins down there."
Because there were many tunnels.
And he's like, "Goblins!" And he just starts charging that direction.
Why do I hate goblins so much?
Because the guy who made your
Goblins.
character wanted it to be that
Oh,
way.
see, thought maybe there was a specific
21.
backstory there.
I
Okay,
think
so
there is, but he hasn't shared it.
He hasn't shared it yet.
you stealthily work your way to the back
So I have a very
of the
detailed
group,
backstory of my
and
character.
you
that
do
I haven't shared with him
cast
yet.
prestidigitation, and kind of a faint odor of goblin. Really, the only one who's going to be picking up on it is probably Bob.
That's the goal.
Because he's such a sniffer and
I
he
have a good
hates
nose.
goblins. So there is now a faint scent of goblins coming from behind you guys. But You don't smell it right now because you're too busy doing push-ups.
Can I investigate it to see if it's a real goblin?
You're
I
already...
mean, with my nose.
Oh, you
The
already
sniff
pick
test.
up on it?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like
it's just-
doing
it's
push-ups
just-
and he's like, I think it's time for a sniff check.
Sure. Make a sniff check.
It's a good thing Jim's not in this campaign with all the sniff checks. He'd be
12.
like, hi.
Yeah.
Get a contact time.
12. You definitely do smell something that smells like a goblin coming from behind you guys. And so you smell... It smells like a goblin.
Oh, on charge.
Charge
So
back.
as he's charging back,
Yes.
I would like to jump off of his back and do like a backflip off of his back.
Okay, do an acrobatics check.
Alright, that's 22.
Do I
Alright.
detect it?
You backflip off of him being on your back,
Yeah.
backflipping off of it.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
This is like the longest.
It's the most chaotic
7.
tournament. All we're doing is going to check out light. We can't even get to the room.
What
You're
was
welcome.
it?
It's a 7.
Thanks.
No. You have no
I backflip off of him and he has no idea.
And as he's charging, can I use Ray of Frost again?
Oh my god.
Like,
Does he recharge?
Sure. Alright, so Bob is charging back towards right where you guys just were. There was no goblins. But my goodness, he smells some goblins coming from that way. So he's charging full tilt. He's double dashing, using every single ounce of his strength to run as fast as he can back down the tunnel, and you want to do pretty much the same thing again?
Pretty much the same thing.
Alright, make
I want to see him break his nose.
roll a spell attack.
14.
Alright, so and where are you aiming? You
At his feet.
like right in front of him, at his
Yeah.
feet. Okay. Let's see. What did you say?
14.
Okay. So you do manage to shoot the ray of frost, and it does hit before him. Not quite perfectly where you wanted it. I'd say maybe about 3 feet forward from where you were aiming, but you do manage to hit the ground right in front of him. And Bob, what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay. You do not see it as you were running because you were like bloodlusted towards these goblins. Like all you're seeing is green. Those goblins. And you do manage to start slipping on the ice again, and I need you to make an acrobatics check with disadvantage because you're so focused on the goblins.
What's the disadvantage?
Roll twice and take the lower of the two rolls.
19,
Oh gosh.
So,
13.
Whoa,
Okay,
plus.
So 18.
18. You just make an opposing roll. So roll a d20 and add your proficiency bonus. That's +2.
Alright.
yeah. I think for level
13.
22. Not 20, plus 2.
So you fall flat on your face.
Yeah.
So during all this,
Right.
while he's like looking on to like trip up the Goliath, I'd like to pickpocket him. Just gonna steal from him.
Oh boy. Does he have any money?
I have 10 gold pieces.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going for it.
Alright, so
All 10.
make a sleight of
Sure.
hand check, and you make a perception check.
21.
So, I got 17, but I'm proficient in it, so that would be 19.
Okay, well.
You managed to steal 2 gold from him.
Slightly richer than before.
2 gold. 2
Well,
gold. Okay.
while all of that is going on, I am going to shove past all these people because I was in the back.
Yes.
And
You
Go
just
to-
see a massive Goliath right past you. Maybe he's going to find the temple. And then you
Find the castle. I forgot about that.
Bob, did you perhaps find the castle? And then as you push on forward as he just rips past you and almost knocking you over in this small tunnel, literally like a freight train coming through. And so you're now close to the front of the pack. What would you like to do?
I want to walk into the room towards the glowing light. He told me that there was a crystal, right?
Yeah,
I heard that.
He
Yeah,
told
yeah.
us.
I told the
Yeah.
party.
Except for me.
I guess except for
Bob.
Yeah, because
Bob
Bob
was
ran
distracted.
away.
Yeah,
There's
well,
goblins.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to the crystal and perform an investigation check.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk into the room. You walk up. How close to the center of the room do you want to get? So there's an altar in the center, and there are stone statues around it.
Oh,
And
no.
basically the crystal starts right above the altar, and it kind of, I would say it like kind of looks like spider webs coming out, but not quite uniform like spider webs. It's almost like roots growing in different directions from the center. What would you like to do? Where would you like to be in the room when you do this?
I think I might run up to the crystal.
So like as close as you can get to it?
While he's doing that, I just kind of go up to like the doorway and I'm like watching to see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm not like in the room, but
Can I also do that?
Yeah, so you guys are just watching.
So the
him.
rest of us are just like, well, I guess
We're
us
just-
three
we're just
are at
as-
the doorway, or I guess you could be too.
Yeah.
You see,
I'm
it's
still
a,
on
it's
my
a
face.
blue glow,
Yeah,
right?
you don't
Yeah,
know.
right?
Yeah, in the hallway.
So if you looked at it
He's
a certain
like,
way, the
"Hey."
crystal could look like lightning.
It definitely
way.
could because it kind of looks like lightning bolts kind of shattering.
Okay.
Yeah, you get. I see what you're picking up on here.
Is it an altar of the mighty thunder god?
Okay.
And I run up directly, like right at the crystal.
So you're standing right next to the
You're
altar,
getting shocked. I can.
looking up at the ceiling.
Investigating.
I need you to make a
Oh, crap.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah. Dexterity.
Yep,
And
dex
not,
saving
like,
throw.
Okay.
So like it's different from your skills.
Okay. Yeah. 16. I don't have any modifiers.
16. Okay, so you manage at the last second, out of pure luck, because you're so infatuated with this possibility of it being the Thunder God, is that a stone bolt just flies out from you don't know where, but you manage just for some reason to sidestep this like bolt that just flies right past you and smashes into the wall.
Can I see where it came from since I'm standing in the doorway?
Let him do his investigation check of the thing.
Okay.
All right, so now you're investigating the blue crystal type material.
Yes. Okay, 14. 11.
It's blue. It's pretty and blue.
Okay.
It feels, just based off the light coming from it, you know, it's kind of feeling, it's blue light. With
What's
an
going
11,
through my head right now is Finding Nemo. Don't touch the butt.
You're not picking up a lot from it, but you can tell
that
that
blue.
it's more more natural in composition, less mineral in composition. But that's like literally all you're gleaning from this, and that it glows blue.
That's the main part right there.
Okay, and you were wanting to try to see if you could see where the
bolt shot from.
yes,
Perceive where it shot from.
yeah. Make a perception check.
6.
You have no clue.
I did not see where that came from.
You saw a bolt flying through the air.
That's crazy.
I would like to kind of search around, look around, see if there's any other booby traps. There's
Okay.
like
Investigate.
investigate.
Where
Investigate for
are you
booby
wanting to investigate? So like just the whole room?
Yeah, basically, I just want to go in and look around the room, and as I'm going, just be investigating as I'm going, looking. For
All right,
booby
I'll
traps.
say if you wanted to do like check for traps throughout most of the room, that's
I
gonna
could-
take a while
I
just to
could-
like
I could,
periodically search through it.
I'd say like narrow it, I guess, to the center area where
Okay.
the.
All right, so I'd say that it'll take you like 5 to 10 minutes of looking through it and make an investigation check.
Can I use prestidigitation for? Jeez, I can't.
Prestidigitation.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
I failed.
Can I use that again to create a fake booby trap to confuse him?
Well, I will say that's not necessary because I pulled a Keenan and rolled a nat 1.
I don't need to do that.
So your investigation, as you're looking
Now I should
around,
get an at 20.
I hope so.
so as you're looking around in the center area, and you're looking about, you've kind of walked past the statues to get to the center area. You're not quite on the altar, but you're looking around. You're spending some time looking at it, and you turn around and you say, "I don't see any traps, guys. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw."
Alright, it's 6 plus 7. So 13?
Yep. So, as you turn around and say, "I don't see any traps, guys," a stone bolt just smashes into your shoulder. Oh! It, boom, hits into your shoulder, and how much else do you have?
I've got 11.
11 hit points. You take 2 points of damage.
You know what's hilarious? We had this big whole long battle thing, and this is the first damage I've taken.
Can I
So-
perceive where that bolt came from?
So as he turns around, triumphantly, points his finger to the air, "There's no traps in here, guys."
Bang.
Bam! Right into the shoulder, and you can see that it is just like a stone bolt that would fire out of a crossbow, and it buries itself into your shoulder, and it is stuck there.
I curse in every language that I know.
How many languages is that?
Common,
Okay.
sign language, Draconic, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Perfect. You riddle off some swears, and do you just kind of want to stay right where you're at for now, or do you want to?
Would you like to give us a demonstration, or?
I guess I just kind of stand up and try to shake myself off.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Let's see. This is better. 12.
Any pluses?
No, that's
Ah,
not.
darn.
It's just 12. No.
You get the general idea that it is not coming from the outside of the room. Looks like it's somewhere closer to the center.
We have ourselves
Inside.
regular Sherlock.
Can I inspect where he inspected and see if I can do it better? Or?
Are you wanting to check for traps? Or
Yeah, traps.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well if you're doing that, then I'm creating a fake trap.
Okay, so do you have minor illusion? Is that what you're wanting to do?
No, basically the same thing that I did to Asher. I created.
Prestidigitation?
Yes, prestidigitation.
Can we kill Matthew?
No.
I think we can. But
There's
I
nothing
can
stopping
use
you.
shield.
I mean,
You
but
can
we can
still
still
all
kill you.
attack you.
yeah.
I can use thunder wave and magic missiles.
You just
Thunder.
you just need to stop being chaotic for a minute, okay?
But
Yes.
that's what I do.
Well, then you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
But that's perfectly fine. I mean, actually,
He doesn't care about the character because this is a character.
Could still kill you though.
it's a fictional character.
I'd roll for perception, right? Or
Yeah, give me just 1 second.
Then we're gonna all gang up on you in real life.
He's gonna be like, well, what's gonna happen is Topher's gonna get annoyed so that when we actually go to fight him, he's like, I cast shield, and Topher's like, it didn't work for some reason.
So, with prestidigitation, I'd say you can maybe make... So, the stone floor, it has stones on it, obviously. It's made out of stone. You could make
I can
one of them
create,
look a little
I
bit
can
different.
create like a symbol on it.
Yeah, you
Like,
could-
Yeah.
You could do that. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay.
He just makes the word trap on one of them.
Oh, that's exactly.
Trap.
Okay. You make
It's a trap.
a perception check, or an investigation check, sorry.
Star Wars.
It's a trap.
9.
A what?
9.
A 9?
Oof.
That's intelligent. Better than
You make a sleight of hand check.
He believes the floor that says trap. Guys, it's definitely a trap.
Say don't get shot.
9.
And what did you roll?
9.
Oh, okay, so you don't manage to see anything except for you do find this one stone on the floor that is looking a little bit different than all the others. You think maybe it possibly could be a trap. You're not sure.
Should I test it?
You want to like push it?
Yeah, can I like
I
crouch
can use.
down in case
I
it's,
could
like,
use
something?
magic missile.
Okay, so you
He just steps on it like, hey, let's do.
so you do you have like a weapon or something maybe you could poke it with? Try to poke it with a sword or something?
I just create magic missile and create like a fake stone bolt and just shoot at it.
You use magic missile to shoot at him, and use
So you have a
prestidigitation
short
to
sword.
disguise it,
Okay.
to disguise it as a stone bolt.
You
Yeah.
have a short sword plus 1.
Yeah.
So you take your short sword out and you kind of crouch down and you poke at the stone that has the symbol on it, and nothing happens.
So, am I still grabbed? And
Uh,
is the goblin spell still
Well,
active?
I think when he was investigating, he probably made it.
I feel like he probably
you
lost
would,
the
you would
concentration.
you would no longer smell that because he cast prestidigitation again. So the smell suddenly dissipates. You no longer smell anything. And
He's
you
like,
pick
I
yourself,
scared the goblin.
You
Trick
pick
the
yourself,
goblins.
as you pick yourself up off the ground from falling. You no longer smell any goblins, and now you're about 60 feet back in this tunnel. All of your friends are kind of at the other side. And what do you want to do?
I run directly at Matthew, and I hit him so he falls on top of the altar.
See, I have shield.
Okay.
Well, he can still try if he gets
Still
like
try.
It
if he
gives
rolls
me
out,
plus
he
5 bonus AC.
How much is your AC?
Alright, so,
let me look real quick.
so
I
what
would
I'm,
have 17
what I'm going to have you
AC.
do is a strength check.
You would have 17 with the 5.
with
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
Straight,
Okay.
do a straight strength check, and I need you to make a straight strength check.
With the shield, he's barely better than mine.
Well, shield is a reaction.
I need you to make a straight strength check.
Okay.
17.
Where?
17.
Beats it. So even with even if he uses shield, he beats it.
15.
Okay, so this was an attempt to grapple. So you ran all the way up from the tunnel, just charging forward, and you grab. What's your guy's name again?
Garth.
Garth.
C-A-T-T.
And you, Bob, just
Garfield.
like lower your shoulder like a football player, grab Garf and slam him into the center altar type area. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at
22.
And you are grappled, so I guess it'd be with disadvantage.
I'm just looking. Okay, so I don't. Okay. Can I cast Mage Armor on myself?
You can, but in this instance, it's not going to make a difference.
Not.
No, because it was basically he was using all of his strength to try to pick you up, not to try to see if he could pierce your armor or hit you or miss you or anything like that. He was just trying to pick you up, and you weren't strong enough to defend against
Well,
it.
from the. Oh, well, yeah, because deck saving throw. Okay, so yeah, no, that wouldn't work either.
Yeah, it's
Because
just
it's deck saving. Okay, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
saving throw and it's not a real. Yeah. So deck saving throw, right? 16.
okay. And then what was yours?
I had 22.
All right. So both of y'all managed to. You hear a familiar click. By this point, you guys have heard it before, and both of you, or well, you, Bob, the stone bolt fires and comes flying at you, and it just bounces off of you, like not even worried about it. And you manage to, as you're getting like freight trained by Bob, and you're just kind of seeing backwards. You see this bolt flying at you, and you just kind of go, whoosh, and it goes right past your head, and you both manage to dodge it. You're currently grappled, and you're both next to this altar at the center of the room, which none of you guys have even looked at yet, so you don't even know what it is.
We tried to get close. We can't. Hey, you guys, investigate it while you're there.
They tackle the altar and they go, "Hey, what's that?"
Since we're here.
Since we're here. Since I smashed
Yeah,
this guy's
since-
skull in with this altar.
Since you're over there, you should investigate.
Alright, what do you guys
What did he get his blood on exactly?
Well, I will investigate while I'm running. With,
But
Well, no.
yeah,
with me.
With you.
Okay, can I use Thunder Wave?
This whole process has already happened, so you guys are now at the altar,
Let's go.
slammed
Okay.
into it. So now that you're there, you guys managed to evade damage from the trap.
What? I didn't do any damage to him?
No.
Sure, you did.
Well, I could have done damage to you when you fell and you hit your face on the floor, remember? I could have done damage to you.
This is wild. Both of you.
I mean, I had a campaign one time with my other group that started off where we were just kicking each other in the nards. That's how we started the session.
Oh, nice.
And I rolled a nat 20. Like, because I was like a 7-foot tall dragonborn. This dude goes to kick my character in the nuts. And he only has a +1 to strength. And it was an unarmed strike, so he deals 1 damage to me. Meanwhile, my strength was maxed out. So it was like a 6, I think it was, to unarmed strike. But I rolled a nat 20, so I doubled the damage. So he hits me, like, dinks me. And I hit him and take like half of his health. It was hilarious.
Okay, I turn from the crystals, which I still believe is a god, but I'm going to look at the statues now.
Okay.
And I guess I will not investigate them, but I shall just, see if I notice anything, perceive anything about them.
Alright, so from where you're standing, you just want to look at each of the statues.
Yeah, maybe the one closest to me I'll go up to.
Okay, because like if you want to go up to it and like
It's a
check it
statue
out,
involved.
I'd say that's an investigation. But if you're just wanting to look at it and see what you can see by looking at it, that's your perception.
Okay, yeah, I'll just look at it.
Okay.
Perceive.
To see what he saw.
You can you can look up
We'll
a
use
little
the
bit.
saw to cut the table in half, and 2 halves make a hole, and it will crawl out the hole.
So from where you're at, you're wanting to walk up closer to the
It's
statue.
a
Yeah.
handle.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! Are you sure I can't make a charisma saving throw? Try to talk to
Probably
it?
the best dexterity. We haven't even gone in yet.
Yeah, I think I've got like +7.
Okay, 12.
I've got +3 on
12.
the saving throw.
I got +7 on the dexterity saving throw. It just, I rolled so low, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You. Alright, awesome. And then go ahead and make your perception roll at the same time. We'll see how she
Okay.
does.
Well, my dexterity is 20.
15.
Yeah, that maxed out.
15?
it's
Alright,
very-
so as you just turn away from
That's pretty
the
good.
blue
Pretty good.
light
Pretty
in the
good.
ceiling and you turn and look at this statue and you start walking towards the statue, you do notice that it is a statue on kind of a pedestal. So there's a stone block pedestal, and then on top of that there's a statue of what looks to be like a warrior. And the warrior, not necessarily a warrior, but a man with...
It's a statue of a goblin.
Yeah, well, it can be a warrior for this. It's just a statue of a warrior, but it is... it looks like battle worn and like the shield that he's holding his statue, it's broken, and he just looks like it's like a very tattered looking statue, beaten up. Sword might be like shattered at the end of it. And you do notice that from the base of this, there is a large black orb in it. It looks kind of like a jewel, but it's just a black orb. And underneath that, there is a hole where a dart looks like it just shot out of and is flying directly at you. And because you're looking directly at this, I'll say you are able to turn to the side and have the dart fly past you and not suffer any damage.
Cool.
But so as you're getting closer to it, you do. That's what you're seeing about the statue.
While he's investigating that, I just kind of want to use my stealth and like disappear into the shadows.
Make a stealth check. Where are you trying to hide exactly?
Just like, because I imagine, like I know you got the crystal that's glowing in the center, but I imagine like in the kind of corners, recesses of the room, there's like dark shadows, and I'm wearing dark clothing.
Sure, you can.
So I just kind of want to disappear into the shadows.
Maybe hide behind, distantly behind one of the statues.
So I
Gives off
assume stealth.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's 17 plus 9.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like 26.
You are stealth behind a statue. Not right next to it, a good ways past it, kind of in its shadow. And then, you guys were trying to do something when you were on the altar. I want you to be able to do it, but what were you trying to do?
No, nothing. It's fine.
I wanted to use Thunderwave to get you off of me.
Oh, I already let go of you. I just wanted to throw you on the altar. I'm not on the altar.
But I thought it was a grapple.
I mean, you were at the time, because he picked you up, but if he wants to let you go, then you're just free.
Okay. I'm still not.
Can y'all investigate the altar since you're already there?
I will give the altar a good sniff, and I'll also look for goblins.
Okay.
Can I cast another strong oath? No. I just want to use. I think I'm just gonna do detect magic.
Okay.
On the altar.
So, go ahead and make a perception check.
Also, I'm still trusting my conscience, so I will also want to touch the light.
Okay.
I feel like that's gonna be a bad idea.
See,
But his conscience told him.
I think
I have a very trustworthy conscience.
I think part of my thinking, because it's like an altar, and there's like a glowing blue crystal above it. I'm wondering what happens if we put the crystal on the altar.
Well,
I'm saying. Anyways,
Anyway, well, we'll see what happens with Bob over here.
After
he touches.
he sniffs the altar and then goes back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He sniffs, goes, no goblins. And
so you're wanting, I'll say, we'll start with, you're just doing a perception check, you're checking out the altar, and that'll also, you'll make sure there's no goblin trickery going on with this. Alright, so go ahead and roll.
Alright, 13 plus investigation?
Sure.
Alright, it's 16.
Okay. So you're there by the altar, and it is, I'd say it's probably like a good 5x5 area. It's, it's a pretty big altar. It's very old looking, but the stone that it's carved from, you're picking up on that it's different from the stone of the room. It's like a different material. And it's ornate, it's got, carved, looks like it was a big block of stone, and it's been carved to be decorative and, ceremonial. And on top of it, you see the altar. It kind of has like a stone carving in it. It is a very big bird. So you see a large bird carved on top of this altar, and its wings are up and flapping, and as its talons go down, its talons are gripping what looks to be like some kind of a stone tablet or a stone message.
The Ten Commandments.
And it is, and there's a section of it that is kind of like indented in, and it is, the tablet that it's holding is broken, and it looks like a section of it is missing. And that is what you see on the altar.
Because
So
Moses got angry.
about a 5x5 stone altar, different stone than the rest of the room. A ornately carved and decorative large bird, wings flapped, and in its talons is holding a stone tablet with some characters scrawled on it, like writing carved into this tablet, but half of it, or some of it appears to be broken and missing.
Can I make a religion check to see if it is the Ten Commandments?
You can.
Does this bird happen to be like a dove or something?
You can check. You can go up to it and try to check it out and see what you might think.
It's a
What do you guys
thunderbird.
see?
I still want to touch the light.
21.
Okay, so you're not. Based on your knowledge, this does not remind you of
The
any religions that you know of. So
Okay. So it's not the Ten Commandments.
no.
Okay.
You're just like an atheist.
Well, was the tablet carved so that half of it was missing, or is it like part of it's worn away? Or am I not supposed to know that?
You would have to go up and check it
What
out.
do you guys see?
What happens when he touches blue?
I'm just
Okay,
I haven't
yes.
gotten to that yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there. So I would say that this room, the ceiling in it is about 12 feet tall, so it's a little bit out of your reach. You could try
How tall
to
is he?
stand on top. I don't know. We have to figure that out. But
Because
I'd
I
say
want to say because he's a Goliath, I know. So
he's probably over 6 feet tall.
I think he's like 9 foot.
I want to say.
So.
I don't know.
I'll get there.
Let's see.
I think if you want to do appearance, maybe.
Michael, give me the keys. I'm gonna run to the car and grab my water.
Actually, do you have anything here, or would I have to?
There is bottled water in the fridge if you'd like.
I do not care.
He doesn't. He didn't put that information in.
He didn't put it in. I feel like he told us though.
I feel like he said 9 feet.
9-foot Goliath.
I don't know if that's what he said or not. I thought that's what he said.
I think that is what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it says Goliaths are typically between 7 and 8 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Typically,
But he could have said
taller
9
than
feet
average.
because he wanted to be a taller than average Goliath.
hey, pull up the recap.
I don't remember him saying
It's very
how tall he
long.
was.
I don't know.
We know
how
it's
to
somewhere at
draw
the
that.
beginning.
He's somewhere between 7 and 8 feet, and he's strong. So I feel like, if he could
jump.
reach,
Just
say he was,
I'll get
say
there.
if he was 8 feet,
Uh-huh.
for sake of argument, and he could just standing reach 2 feet above him, so he could get to 10 feet, probably about, you said 12 feet up. I feel like, as strong as he is, he could definitely jump and touch it.
I
We
don't
were
want to
already
stand.
getting there, Colin.
I don't really want to stand on the altar. It's
Yeah.
Jump.
a bad idea.
Just jump and go, Kobe!
Yeah, so
Crystal.
I would say you from where you're at, you could stand on the altar and you'd be able to touch it, or you could jump from the flat and see if you can touch it.
I'll just stand on the altar.
Oh no.
You want to stand up on the altar and try to touch it?
The altar kills him.
Okay,
Quite an
so
altercation.
you stand up on top of the altar and you do reach up and you're able to
I guess
get
he's the real
a
Slim Shady.
you're able to get a few hands up to the crystal or blue thing. And do you want to make an investigation check?
Yes.
Also?
7. 10.
10. It feels rough and doesn't quite feel like a minerally type crystal that you would normally imagine. It feels like rough and abrasive, but you're not really getting much from it.
So
other than
as
that.
he's standing on it, he's reaching up and he's touching it. I want to climb up him and remove it.
Remove it?
Yeah.
It's like
crystal.
part of the ceiling. You're not going to be able to remove it.
Okay, so I can't remove it. Oh, no.
I mean, you can try to pry maybe a tiny piece of it off. But
Okay.
if you want to, I'd say if you wanted to even try to maybe do that, you could. Once you get up there and you start looking at it, we'll see.
So is it like a rock formation that's part of the ceiling, or is it like, in like a cage thing that's attached to the ceiling?
It's embedded in the ceiling. So it kind of like starts at the center and it kind of spreads out from the center, and it's kind of embedded in the stonework of what the room's built out of.
Well, I'll climb up him and maybe use like a dagger or something and just try to pry off any bit of it I can.
Okay, go ahead and let's see.
Aggressive dice roll.
Make
dramatic,
make an attack roll.
Okay. Do you want me to roll also like acrobatics for climbing up the glass standing on it?
You're able to climb up.
Okay.
Your
I was gonna say I'm pretty dexterous.
You're able to make it.
So
Like an
an
established
attack roll with my dagger.
Yep.
Alright, that is 22.
So you are prying at this. So you climb up and you take your dagger out and you're trying to hack away at it. And it is incredibly tough. And you are not really even making a scratch in it.
Okay.
And you're not able to pry any of it off. But while you're up there and you're feeling it, it may look like crystal, but it's really not. It's some kind of it feels more like an organic material rather than mineral based. But it is very rough and hard in terms of
That's what she said.
what you can feel from it. And your dagger is just kind of glancing off of it. It's not like finding purchase anywhere in the material. It's just so hard.
Okay. It's good to know.
Let's see.
And
So,
then what is everybody?
are
else
there still like the 3 stone warrior guys statues?
The 3 stone statues are there.
Are still there. Okay.
Are they
They're
like
still there.
what do? Are they like in some sort of formation, like swords, like kind of pointing up towards it,
Okay.
towards the crystal?
So make a perception
Yeah,
check.
make a perception check.
Just looking at all the statues.
15.
So from where you're at, which you're still kind of in the center, I believe, you're looking around and you're looking at each one of these statues, and each one of them appears to be, just a large block base. The stone that the block base is made out of does seem to match the altar, and they kind of just form like a triangle around the altar. So there's 3 of them, and imagine the altar is in the center here, and then it just has probably about 15 feet away, 10 to 15 feet away, there's just, a statue here, a statue here, and a statue here, just forming a triangle, all facing towards the altar. And each one of the blocks is a slightly different shade of color to the other ones, and each one of them does have the statue of a warrior on it, and each one of them has a sword and a shield, and the sword is in their right hand and the shield is in their left hand, just kind of protecting them like half their body there, and they're just full plate stone statue looking type deals. And each one of them looks a little bit different, but if you want to get understand more about the difference of each one, you have to go up and look at each one.
Okay.
And the crystal is directly above the altar.
Yes. And it is the majority of it is directed in the center, but it does kind of spread its way out from there.
Does
it look like, does the shape of the altar, does it match up with the crystal? Like it looks like it might fit together?
Make a perception check.
I forgot. Did you use detect magic?
That is a natural 20.
No, it would not fit together. You're confident that that it does not really match up with anything on the altar. And you did say you wanted to detect magic a while back. Is it? You still want to do that? Okay. So, when you're in the room, you cast detect magic, and you're looking around, and you are sensing magic from multiple sources. So, glowing blue material that you guys assume it looks like crystal, but you're kind of starting to gather that it might not be crystal. But there is magic emanating from that. It seems like it's imbued with some kind of magic. And the altar also is imbued with magic, and there is not the statues as a whole, but there is a small spot on each one of the statues that also is imbued with magic.
Does anyone have like some sort of fire type ability?
I have a torch.
You have okay.
I happen to have a magical spell called Firebolt that I could shoot at the magic
Could
crystal.
we try and melt this crystal that we're kind of not determining is a crystal anymore?
I would advise against attacking the crystal.
it's the Thunder God's altar.
I say we burn
It
it.
is.
As they're debating burning it, I want to slink back into the shadows where I was.
I'm gonna
Okay, make another stealth check.
I still want to just touch it.
You're just feeling it?
Yeah.
Alright, it was 8 plus 9, so 17.
Alright, so you go back to, outside of the kind of
And I'm
center
just like,
area.
"Light shadow."
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's a 16 plus 7.
So you do manage to dodge a stone bolt flying out of this statue. And you guys are starting to realize that the stone statues have kind of like a blow dart system in them that is shooting the darts out whenever you pass a certain diameter from the altar. But you're able to dodge it.
Okay.
So standing at the doorway,
Man, these statues really blow.
I'm gonna aim for the center of the crystal structure,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Make an attack roll.
Alrighty. 21. Not that.
What's 9 plus 10? 21.
Fine, one.
Alright, 21
Stupid.
for that's me hitting it.
Uh-huh.
And then you want me to roll for damage too?
Sure.
Rolls a nat 20, it takes no damage.
I'll just do this. 9.
The thing is like taking off.
Alright, so from the...
Well, 9 plus.
Hey!
Yeah, you don't want
It's got fans, okay?
It just kicked into overdrive.
It knows what's up.
You'll never catch me, Krabs! Not when I shift into maximum overdrive.
And that
So,
looks like you throwing a playing card at it, correct?
Yeah.
It's like
So
Chaos
as I'm casting my spell, I am pulling together sparks around my hands, and then I form a playing card shaped fire magical element thing, and then I throw it at the center of the
Which
crystal
card?
structure.
okay. So
It's
from
in the
where
shape
you're
of a card. It's just
standing,
flaming.
kind of
So
at the
base is
entrance
big.
to this place,
Sure.
you fire your bolt of fire. You fire your firebolt, and it strikes true. You manage to hit pretty much the center where the most of this material is at, and it seems to have no effect. It does hit, and you do seem to, fire explodes in the center, but there's not even a scorch on it.
Ah, okay, interesting.
Okay. From where I am, I'm gonna drop on my stomach
Okay.
and crawl towards the statue
Okay.
so that hopefully I don't get hit by a bolt.
Alright. So you're crawling
Mhm.
towards the statue, and which one of the three? I'll just pick one of them. Alright, so you're crawling up to the statue you looked at before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get right up to the statue. Their bolt fires out, but it goes right over your head. You're fine. And you did notice about halfway in between the altar and the statue, you kind of felt like a little click underneath your stomach. Kind of like one of the stones that you stepped on is what triggered it. And
The one that said trap.
and then the bolt flies overhead, and you make it up to the statue.
Okay. So I'm gonna cautiously stand up and look at the gem.
Okay.
In the statue's chest or whatever.
Yeah. So it's like it's embedded in the base of the statue.
Mm-hmm.
So the statue's standing above it, and I'd say this block is it's probably like the pedestal that it's standing on is probably about 4 feet high or so, and kind of right at the top ledge of it is where it's embedded in there. Mm-hmm. And so you stand up and go ahead and make an investigation check.
That was not my roll.
It was if it was a natural 20.
Now one.
Good call.
Shoot. 6.
It's black in color.
Wait, you have a -3?
What are you saying?
It's black. It must be good at basketball.
You should grab it.
But yeah, it is. You're checking it out. You touch it. It's hard, and
His father never returned to him.
No.
There's milk inside.
It is a black gem type looking orb. It's an orb and it's black.
Alright, so while he's checking out the athletic orb, I'm going to yell out, "Hey dummy, it's your conscience again. You want to put some of your blood in the altar."
Wait, to me?
Yeah.
Oh. You. Make a deception check. And you make a insight check.
15. Two.
You believe with everything of your being that your conscience is telling you that for some reason you should probably try putting some blood on the altar.
We're all just standing here like, bro.
What are you doing?
Bleeds out.
All right.
I guess.
I pull out my hand axe.
Okay.
And he jumps his head.
No, I slit my hand on the axe,
Okay.
and then I put my hand on the altar.
Alright, you just kind of want to smear some blood
Yeah,
around maybe?
just wipe it
Get it
around.
good on there.
Just like
He like cuts his hand and he just goes.
Alright, so you cut your hand open, the blood starts flowing, you take 1 point of damage, and you start smearing. Yeah, I'm not going to make
He does the red
I'm not
John
going to make him
smiley
roll
face.
1d6 plus 4 damage to himself and have the chance to kill himself. But
He makes the red John
hand.
smiley face.
He
with
starts.
his own blood.
Oh, the red John. Starts smearing the bright crimson on this altar, and it's a dull, old-looking stone color. And as you smear the blood around, it starts to channel into all of the carvings, like this ornate bird that is carved out. The blood just kind of starts to seep into it, and it really brings it's old and kind of worn. So what was, you could make it out before, but now there is a lot more detail that you're seeing just because, this blood is kind of traced over all of it, and you're seeing where all of the chisel marks and grooves are, and it's just kind of flooding into it. But other than that, nothing really happens.
Thanks,
How much
conscience.
blood
How do
did
I
you-
take damage?
He like got an artery and he's just like bleeding out.
How big is
Can
this?
I cast-
Have we found
I
out
don't
how
know.
big it is yet?
Yeah, so he was there checking it out, and it's about a 5 by 5.
Can he do it because
But
it's
he
not
did not
technically
cover
my
the
character?
entire
Like,
thing.
it's already
Okay.
tapped.
He was just kind of
Like,
smearing
untapped.
in an
Okay.
area. I would imagine he was kind of
It's
smearing in the
off.
center, and he
That's
was
the
just
thing
getting
is,
that
it's
blood
not-
on.
It's not technically my character.
And the
Technically.
carving of the phoenix
See,
covers
it sh-
a good
He
bit
should pull
of
something up
It's
and
a
you can
phoenix.
type it in,
This
but
statue.
it's not.
the bird.
I think it's because it's my account, but then he's not my character.
The DM
Like,
leads
I'm only
them.
viewing.
I'm sorry, guys. Don't metagame. But
So I
yeah,
guess
the bird.
just make a note you
So
are at
guys,
13.
guys, I need to borrow someone's torch.
You can't have my torch. You're mean.
I feel
I
like-
need to light the altar on fire.
I feel like maybe if we got the altar like really wet, Like, just dumped a bunch of water on it.
I have
Oh,
holy
you're
water.
so hot.
Okay, sure. So I'm gonna cast
No.
Mage Hand, and I'm gonna have it grab my torch, and I'm gonna send my torch to you,
Alright.
Garth.
I-
Garth. Yeah.
Torch
I
floats
catch
over.
Yep.
He
I
grabs
grab the torch. And I light the altar on fire.
Well, it's a stone altar, so.
Well, the blood.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully a little bit of magic.
Is blood flammable?
I don't know.
Really. So
You said Phoenix, I see fire.
it floats over to you, and you grab the torch, and you hold it up.
We need more blood.
While,
Chop your arm off.
so
No
we'll
conscience.
say
no.
for the purpose of this, you were already close to the center, so you won't have to activate the trap again. So you hold the torch to the center of the altar, and nothing appears to be happening.
So I'm
the
gonna
blood
take-
does start to give off a
once.
bad smell, like.
I'm gonna take my water skin and dump it all over the altar.
Okay. You were hiding behind the statue, like
Yeah,
back in the
so I'll have
shadows.
to come back up now and dump my water skin.
Wait,
I'm gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw.
You
because
are.
Wait, hang on.
No,
I can
he's
just
only
do that,
2 feet
'cause I have
tall
water.
with the bolt actually.
So you don't have to.
As long as you come.
Yes. For this, it would have.
Alright.
I guess it's
no.
That is a 9 plus 7, so 16
For your deck save,
for your deck. Yeah.
you managed to dodge the bolt, and once again, you guys are kind of finding out that it's about there's a circumference around the altar that it's probably about 5 feet away from the altar, somewhere at the midpoint between the statues and the altar, where once you kind of pass this area, that's when it seems to spring the trap.
Okay.
And so you managed to dodge the bolt, and you said you want to dump the water on top of the
Yeah.
altar? You dump the water on top of the altar, it appears to
Moisten things.
smear the blood around and steam a little bit because it was hot from the torch, but other than that, nothing really happens.
Okay.
So what?
Can
what were you trying
I
to do with the torch?
inspect the altar to see if now that we can see more of it, if
the
there's
bird
any
that was
like
on the altar.
Oh.
symbols
So when
I
I
may
read
recognize or
Phoenix,
any
I
like
see
words or
fire in
anything
my
like
mind.
Go ahead and
Or if maybe
Just
thieves'
light
cant
it
was
on
written.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's a 3, and I'm pretty sure I have a 0 to investigation, but I'll check.
Jeez.
No, I have a plus 3, so that's 6.
-1 strike.
You're there, and it's a statue. You see, it's kind of cleaned off a little bit from this, cycling of blood and water and heat and all of that. But it's still just a big stone bird carved out on top of it, and
This is like the Lord of the Rings thing. We have to speak bird in Elvish.
you are starting
Open
like,
sesame.
the tablet that it's holding in its talons. You do see something on there that maybe looks like characters, but you rolled a 6, so.
I can't tell what they are.
I also investigate.
I will tell the people though that it looks like maybe something's written on the tablet, but I can't make it out.
I will look at it.
Anybody
Investigate
want
it.
to try to disable the traps? Just
No.
wild
No.
idea.
I'll use my thieves' tools to try to disable the traps.
Okay.
Wait, but you told everybody
I'm
there
literally
was the
laying on the
tablet?
plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be
told her-
easy
Yeah.
for me to do it.
You are not laying the plate.
Wait, what?
You got up to the statue.
Oh,
No,
right.
you said it was at the base, so I looked at it while I was on my stomach.
Yeah, but you already went past the plate. Like, you crawled over the plate, triggered it, and then you kept getting close to the
Well, I feel like the thieves' tools
You
I
could-
could.
you
They would
could,
help.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'll use the thieves' tools to try to disable the trap.
Also, I
Okay.
would like to say when
Make
he
a proficiency check.
when he mentions the tablet, I vaguely remember at Tabula's house when we were there getting health potions that he had a broken tablet in his house. So I wonder if it's the same kind of tablet.
I rolled a 13. What do I need to add to it?
Your proficiency bonus.
Proficiency bonus. Trying to find it. Sorry.
That's okay.
While he's doing that, can I cast Thunder Wave to see if there's anything in the area that has been, like, electrified? Like, any sort of magical properties are of, like, lightning or something? Or electricity?
Sure.
You can ask the Thunder God expert. He probably knows.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
Define
where the
expert.
proficiency bonus
Your
is.
proficiency bonus is +2.
There we go.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's about the only thing you know, so I'd say that's an expert.
And so, what does that bring it up to?
15.
Okay, so you kind of work your way over to the area where the pressure plates are, and using your skills as a pickpocketer and relatively good thief, you use your thieves' tools to work on the stone tablet, or not stone tablet, to work on the pressure plate, and you do manage to disable it to where it's kind of stuck in the up position, so it's not going to press down. You kind of wedge some stuff down in there to disable it. So looks like you managed to disable one of the statues that fires a bolt.
I wouldn't like to investigate the tablet with my nose.
Okay, and then
He's gonna sniff the tablet so he can see what it says.
You're wanting to use Thunder Wave to
Basically see if anything has, like, already been, like, electrified, or if any, like, magical properties are of electricity.
Well, I feel like I just dumped water on the altar, so
Well,
whoever's
obviously
touching the
not
altar
the
might get
altar.
electrocuted.
Oh well.
That's not very nice, Matthew.
Well, sorry. We've already done a bunch of things to the altar, so it's probably not...
We wouldn't want to alter it any further.
I have a feeling it has to do with something about the tablet.
Me too.
We know there's
which
another
I'm trying
piece of it
to
somewhere.
He
else.
rolled a 2 to sniff the tablet.
Wait, no, I was putting
You
down.
said you were going to do a sniff check,
Yeah, but-
and then you rolled the dice.
Yeah, but he's not ready. So
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
Doesn't.
You're standing in the center, and you want to
Guys, I
cast
sniffed
Thunder
it,
Wave
and this is what it
Yes.
says.
and hit everybody else that's 15
That's
feet around.
that's just unfortunate consequence.
My.
I'm genuinely trying to see if any of the magical properties,
There's not.
like in the statue,
There's
or
not.
anywhere
you
else.
didn't want to go, hey guys,
I
they're
know.
out.
I need all of
That's
you.
not necessary.
I need all of you except
You got
for
plenty of help.
Banadzar and Ace. I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, and make sure you mark that off your spell slots.
Yes.
plus 4. I have a 20.
9.
11.
22.
At this point,
So you made a 22.
Yes.
And then what about
11.
you? 11. And a
9.
9.
At this point, I think I'm gonna end up taking more damage from someone in my party than I did from the giant crabs we fought.
This is true.
How much health do you have?
Let's see.
think
I'm
you're
at 9.
Maybe we shouldn't
How
have
much
invited
health?
him.
How much health do you have?
Hey,
Let me see. Oh, 9.
And how much health are you at?
He's at
13.
Well, the two of you would be dead.
sorry.
Gosh.
Okay, so
Let's just say it kills Matthew as well.
you guys.
It's
Back
But he
where,
comes
by the way,
from-
your character's
It bounces
dead.
back.
You have to start.
It
Well, I think
Wait,
Bob's
wait,
fine.
you
I
survive.
can cast.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hold
so
up.
you take.
I have a relic of the Thunder God. Is there any way it like does an alter aura? Not alter but like anti.
The thunder
aura.
god protects him.
Yeah, the thunder god.
I mean,
Well,
you
I'm
don't
trying to
even
see
have
if
to
there's
make
any-
Well,
it
not
because you're out
me,
of
but
range.
like just like
But because of the thunder's waves, the thunder god.
He
like,
praised the thunder god.
Yeah,
and the thunder
it's
god
like-
spares his friends.
it's like a dirty thunder.
He's
He doesn't
like,
even want
Thor,
to be-
with your infinite wisdom.
Sure. For the purposes of this, since you guys are determined to kill each other,
Well, really only
one guy.
I'm trying to see if
really
there's any
one.
magical properties.
You already
in
did
the-
Who-
Tell us to
Topher,
It was
who were the
magical.
guys that were gonna die?
You and
and-
him and
Yeah.
Michael. Michael?
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael. And yeah. You two are gonna die, and he was gonna be at like 2 health.
Oh, what? But it's a 22.
How much?
Oh yeah,
damage
you would have
did
taken
that
half
do?
damage.
2d8.
Yeah, it rolled a 11.
That's crazy.
I rolled a 14 when I did mine.
I did it for you.
Yep, you're welcome. I mean, thank you.
But we'll say. Okay.
I don't mean to do
So-
any damage, I swear.
Alright.
I swear.
Okay.
I
This
think
is
I've
what
got an apple I
happens.
want to give him.
So, Garth walks up to the center. Like, he's directly in the center. He stands on top of the altar and then casts Thunderwave. Emanating out from him in a cube-type area, I'd say the rest of you are probably about 5 feet away from him. You're at the edge of this room, so you're not even close. You are over by the statue, so you're not right next to him. The 3 of you are pretty close to him, but the thunder wave hits this blue glowing material in the ceiling before it hits any of you. And when the thunder wave actually hits this blue material, it seems to dissipate the effects of the thunder wave, and it kind of nullifies it, so you guys don't actually take damage.
Let's go.
But it does hit this blue material.
Despite your best efforts to kill us all.
I wasn't trying to
And
kill you, I swear.
I feel like that's a hard sell considering he's constantly been trying to trip up the Goliath.
I
device
did
for no
also
reason.
ask him if he wanted to cast Thunderwave in the middle of the altar, and he was like, "Yeah, that's just how
I want to
it
kill
happens."
everybody.
Sounds like fun.
So
Can I still inspect the tablet?
yeah, you can. Were you wanting to sniff it?
I wanted to sniff it.
Okay, and then so what you see from this is the Thunderwave effect. Whenever it makes contact with this blue material, it seems to really have no effect on the material, but your spell somehow is affected by it, and the effects of it are just dissipated.
Okay. Alright. So it
And
kind
then-
of just, like, removes stuff,
It's anti.
abilities.
It's the
like,
Tesseract.
basically.
It does seem to
Went through
have
the portal.
a strong
A
resistance
strong-
to magic.
Resistance to magic and magical effects itself.
And apparently weapons, because I tried to get at it with that.
So that's
dagger
good.
and-
That's
This is
actually
very
good
tough,
to know.
very
That's
tough.
I'd say that's good to know. So
I don't think it's worth knowing killing everybody else over.
I didn't mean to kill you. It was just an
didn't.
unfortunate
I
consequence.
did already shoot a fireball at it, and it didn't really do anything.
Well,
I
that
think
was
we-
fire. This is electricity.
To be more accurate, it's actually sound.
Yep.
Potato, potato.
Thunder and electricity are actually different. So, anyway.
It is thunder damage, not lightning damage.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
but the magical effect overall, this blue mysterious material seems to have stopped it.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then
Very
you
interesting.
make an investigation check of the tablet section of this altar.
6.
It's a stone altar, and the section of it where the tablet is, the phoenix is holding on to, it looks like you guys have figured out that it's a phoenix now, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
It's a etching of a large bird. I'm going to call it a phoenix, but it could be whatever you want. It could be a rock. It could be anything.
It could be the rock.
It's Dwayne Johnson, guys.
A rock, the mythical bird. But the stone bird carving, it is holding the looks to be like the top half of this tablet, but you're really not getting anything else.
Okay.
I mean, in fairness, he's trying to smell words.
Since I'm at like the doorway,
Yes.
I really haven't gone into the room. I've just been watching all of this happen.
Yeah, I want you to make another perception check while you're there too.
Okay.
But go ahead with what you're doing.
I was just gonna say, is there still like more hallway, or is it just this room and then it's like a wall?
Crazy. That's kind of where we were just going. Because you guys are like focusing in on very interesting
Wow,
stuff.
we have been. I feel very stupid now.
Hey, look, it's a 15
Right now.
It was a 5, and then I hit
It was a
save
5, and you
then
went
it
like
became
this, and then it
15.
rolled over.
It was a 5. Is that good enough? I've literally been standing here the whole time.
Roll with advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Rolls a 4.
And because you've been
6.
okay, because you've been the least stupid so far, take a
I'm double advantage. You
take
can roll
a-
4 times.
take a D8 inspiration dice.
Thank you. D8 inspiration. Let's see, which one of these is D8?
Rolls with advantage, rolls a 5 and a 6.
How hard do I have to try, guys?
Okay, I rolled another 6, so that's 12 together.
Okay. Still not great.
Somehow he rolls better with the D8 than he did with the D6.
My odds, are better.
Okay. So, Ace, from standing on the outskirts close to the entrance, you've managed to pick up on that this is a pretty big room, but on the opposite side from where you guys are at, there does seem to be a kind of cutout in the wall. So it's a cylindrical room. It's got rounded geometry, and there does appear to be like a cutout, probably like a 15-foot cutout that does kind of start to lead in a little bit of another direction, but it doesn't appear to be like a tunnel going off. You do kind of see kind of like steps going up, but it doesn't look like just a straight staircase.
Okay.
So you're kind of seeing something over there, and then I would say if you're facing into the room, all of the madness is going on directly in the center. What you just looked at is a little bit over to the left, and then a little bit over to the right, you are seeing what looks like another tunnel leading out of the room. Similar to the one directly behind you.
Yeah. Can I go investigate the cutout section? Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, go investigate it.
So you work your way around the outside of the room, careful not to go towards directly
Yes,
in
I've
the
noticed
middle.
the trap, so.
Yeah, so you're working your way around the outside of the room. As you're walking by, you're going behind these statues. I want you to make another perception check.
19.
Nice. Do you have any bonuses?
No, it's just 19.
19's good enough. So I'll say Banazar was checking out the one statue that you... so you're passing by two statues to get to this, where you're wanting to go, and he was looking at the other one. And so as you're passing by these two statues, you notice that they're also on, blocks, a little bit different color than the other ones. And one of them, absolutely pristine. Like, it has a little bit darker hue to it, but the statue itself is immaculate. Like, there's no flaws in it at all. It seems to be perfect. Like, there's not any tarnish, there's not any varnish, nothing. There are zero issues with this, but you're walking from behind it, so you're not seeing exactly everything of it. But from what you can see, perfect. No flaws in it. The other one that you're walking by, it is somewhere in the middle. Because the one that Thomas was at, it was degraded. It looked like it had been weather-worn. You know, the soldier himself had, like, his weapons were broken and damaged. It was crumbling. Like, the statue just looked in disarray, not upkept, nothing. And then the one in the middle just looks like average amount of wear. It just looks, you know, this is what a statue would look like if it was just in a town square in the center and they cleaned it, you know, once every few years, you know, not damaged or anything, but not like polished or kept up to perfection like the other one.
Yeah, it's got a few skirmishes.
Yeah. Somewhere in between the two. And then, so that's what you glimpse as you're walking by, and then you get over to the, kind of this cutout. And are you wanting to check that out too?
Yeah, I want to investigate that.
Okay. Make a perception check. Or investigation.
Okay.
Whichever you want. I would say probably perception because it's a big area.
Okay.
But you get a +2 to investigation. So
I
maybe just go for that.
do. But he said perception because it's a large area.
I see. For me, it seems like investigation is whenever you're at something and you're trying to figure out how it works. Perception is you're just looking at everything.
Okay.
That's how I look.
19 again.
Can I roll perception on your mom?
Your mom's out there on the back porch. But so as you walk up to this and you're looking into it, you kind of see these slow steps going up. They're wide. They're not like, it's not trying to make you go like vertical super fast. If you were walking on it, you'd go up a step, take a few paces, go up another step, and then it kind of levels out, and then what appears to be like a stone throne is kind of overlooking it. It's raised in elevation above the altar and all the statues, and it appears to be looking down at the area, and it is a stone throne-looking area.
Interesting. I go sit on the throne.
Go sit on the throne?
Yes.
The guy.
You know what? Actually, hold on.
The guy that got an inspiration die for being smart
All right, no.
just goes
I
and
go.
sits on the throne.
Look at this very mysterious throne.
There's a reason
Over
why
the
I
throne.
manipulated other people into
Particular-
touching
Yeah.
things for me.
Magic-filled area. This
actually-
seems like a good idea to go and sit on it.
The only thing dumber than that is casting like thunderclap around your allies.
Yeah, that was.
No. So actually, can I cast Mage Hand and have my Mage Hand
Just
go
poke
up
it.
and then just kind of like I don't know if I can feel
Like
what my Mage
feel-
Hand feels
feel
or
the
not, but
throne.
like try to like feel
Like just
around.
move it
I would
around
say
the throne.
if you were to get closer to it, you could do an investigation check from range with your mage hand, but just so you can kind of see what your mage hand is doing.
Okay.
So I'd say if maybe you
Is there sorry?
Well,
Is
you
there
probably-
any light in the room or not really?
I feel like if the with your
Don't you
mage
have dark
hand, like your mage hand,
I
like,
don't. So I would
even if
just
you
get my
don't-
torch back.
even if you
No.
don't directly
I'll
like,
rather have your tongue.
even if you don't like
I stick my
directly
Mage Hand to grab
feel
my
it,
torch.
if the
You can
mage
just
hand
hold
touches it, maybe
You're-
it could trigger some sort of booby trap or
Yeah,
you know,
You're-
magic spell or
you're
something.
still operating in like dim light, so
You can just call me and I'll like throw the torch.
Call me on myself.
yeah.
I don't want a flying torch at me. I'm good.
So
That's fair.
You might
yeah,
roll a
so
1 and it
you're
hits you on
operating
the
from
head.
the dim light of the glow,
Okay.
and you know you take a couple steps up these like larger steps, and maybe you get about halfway, and you know it's very dim. You see on either side of the stone throne what looks like I'm trying to think of the word for it. What is it?
Arbulary batteries.
It's not a candelabra, but it's like those things that hold like a plate for fire to sit on. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
But it's like an oil
those
lamp.
things.
In like,
oil lamp?
maybe? But
I'm thinking of like the old
Like style, like
They're
lamps
called
you would have. With
Harvey
But imagine it's,
but it's
like,
like
fire.
coals almost.
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
it's like
almost.
coals in the center.
yeah.
with-
So it's
or
like
like charcoal or something.
it's like an ornate metal structure that holds kind of like a large bowl that you would have kind of like an open fire or something sitting on top.
yeah.
of it.
Okay.
Or you
that
could
is
fill
what
it
I'm
with some kind of like oil or something to, for whatever.
So maybe
But there's 2
fire
of those
bolts.
on either side of it.
A smokeless grill.
I believe they're called.
Did anyone have any raw meat? We can start a barbecue or something.
Yeah. But so that's on either side of the throne, and as you're working up there, that's what you see. But the light is very dim, so you could do an investigation check, but it'd be hard to see.
I was about to
You
say,
maybe-
you have a torch. Light it on fire.
And you maybe possibly see a silhouette, possibly sitting maybe on the throne.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna do an investigation check. Even in this dim light, I'm gonna do my best to try to focus in on the throne area. And
Well,
figure.
you could try to catch the things on fire too.
Before I do that, I feel like I should try to.
Oh right, you have the
perceive
firebolt.
or investigate
so you
something.
can just do that.
I could, but
You're ranged, so you might be fine.
what if I light it on fire and then the thing comes and attacks me? Okay.
Well, then we'll have
Well,
fun.
then we can come and help you.
Then he can kill us. Then he will come
Exactly. Then
and
I
kill
can
us
kill you
all.
with thunder.
Yeah. Thanks. No, I'm gonna investigate.
Okay, so from
Do I have to get closer, or do I?
I mean, you're
I'm
just not gonna
Not really gonna see anything.
You're not gonna get much. I'd say you could make an investigation check with disadvantage. If you're wanting to check out the throne itself, it'll be with disadvantage just because there's no light. Very dark.
You could light the things on fire, then you'd have light for your
Do you have darkness vision?
Or you can call me to just come up there and bring me.
Yeah, you can call
Yeah,
him and he'll
you
come
guys-
kill you so that you don't.
Meanwhile, you're checking all of this out, and everybody else is
As
still
soon
kind
as
of.
I get up there, I'm casting thunder.
I still have to look at the tablet thing. It's
you,
important.
You were looking at it.
You
You
sniffed
guys
it.
Sniffed
You
it.
sniffed it.
I need to look at it better.
blood
Okay.
on it.
I'm going to.
He needs to look at
What's
it
your
with his
character's
nose
name?
again.
Westlook.
Say that again.
Westlock.
Westlock. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Westlock over because he seems to not be so stupid,
I know.
and he has dark vision. So be like, hey Westlock,
That's
it's really dark in here. Can you come see what's up?
Yes. I go and see what's up.
I follow.
I
Do I need
just
to-
I
Stay
also
exception.
follow.
All right, so you guys are all kind of going.
Yeah.
I only wanted to
We're
call
gonna
one
migrate
person.
I was just waiting for a
Should've
reason.
cast
Too bad I don't know
Message
message. I know.
I was just waiting
Spell,
for a
like-
reason for something to draw my attention that way because I didn't want to
can't wait to
metagame it.
use
Just be like, I follow Keenan.
Alright, so the audio cut out at this part, so I'm going to quickly explain what happens. So the party comes over with those with dark vision. Kai, Westlock, and Garf come over, and what they notice is that there is a skeleton wearing mage robes sitting on the stone throne in this room. And both Westlock and Garf both want to go and get the mage robes. And so they both rush for it, and they both have to roll initiative to see who is quicker at getting it. And Westlock ends up rolling higher, and so he grabs the robes and pulls it off of the skeleton, kind of knocking it off to the side and kind of apart by the stone throne. And then Garf attacks him with Way of Frost, but ends up missing the attack roll. So then that's kind of what happens in that situation. So Westlock gets the mage robes, and Garf misses his attack, and then we jump over to what Bob is doing.
That was actually pretty good.
yeah.
I liked it. I had very strong D&D vibes.
It did. That's true.
Okay.
So I would like to inspect
the tablet that the bird is holding.
Okay.
And hopefully get better than a 6.
Make an investigation check.
He rolls in that 20, and Topher's just like, it says your mall.
Oh boy, it's a 10.
Okay.
It's gonna be here forever.
Just give him something so that
Are you?
move on.
Do you have any mods?
That was with the mod.
That's with them.
Yeah.
Looking at the tablet itself, it appears to be very old. Appears to be a different material than the base of the altar on its own. Kind of like it doesn't fit there, and you mess with it a little bit, and it feels a little bit loose, and it definitely is broken. And there's the outline of where the rest of the tablet would kind of fit in, like a puzzle piece, and there is writing on it. What languages do you know?
I know. Hold on. Common, Giant, Goblin, and Primordial.
Primordial. You do not recognize. It is not a language that you know. Make a history check.
D20.
You have a +1 to history.
3.
Yep. You don't recognize the language. You get nothing else from it, but
I know that it's like a puzzle piece now.
all the other stuff that you gleaned from it, you have managed to figure out.
And you said that there was a broken tablet in Tabitha's lair.
In Tabula's house in his basement. Yeah, there was. That I tried to investigate. Investigated very thoroughly, but didn't get anything magically wise from it.
So maybe we go rob Tabitha and then come back.
Yeah, it's going to be a ways to get out of the sewer. And then,
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's
we have to trek all the way back.
Yeah, we'll try to get what we can out of this room, but like we can come back later.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't there
there's
still
no
more
more
like
rooms,
room
right?
to investigate?
No, I'm not saying leave now. Like I'm saying, do everything we can, investigate everything we can.
And then,
But
at
some point, like we go back, we get the reward for finishing the quest. Maybe visit Tabitha again. We steal the tablet. We go back.
You would be very good at that. Sure. Yeah, we can do
I mean, if
We can
anybody
distract him.
was
I can
to
use
steal
my
the tablet, it would
It'd
be
be
me.
you.
You guys would have to
Distract.
distract him.
Yeah.
I can use my prestidigitation.
Bonk him on the
Yeah,
head.
like we could. I feel like distracting him we could do very
Yeah.
easily. I got high stealth inside of him.
Yeah.
So
I just don't want to
create
get caught
the, like-
because there's
But
no telling what he can do to us.
I don't know.
considering he
I don't think.
magically teleported.
I don't think we
Yeah.
have time to do that today.
No. Okay, so
But for now, we'll just try to get what we can from this.
we're in this room. Y'all charged off to get the cloak. I didn't see anything. Heard nothing. Except for maybe a ray of frost.
I guess I'd like to investigate the throne area.
Okay. So you walk up to the last couple bits of the stairs. You now see the skeleton kind of scattered about to the side of the throne, and he has the cloak in his
He's wearing
hands,
dead man clothes.
and he just tried to shoot him with a ray of frost, and you come up and make an investigation check.
I need to check.
Oh my gosh, it's a nat one.
What?
There's a
I surprisingly have done pretty well when it comes to rolls today.
That is that's a stone chair.
Wait, really?
That's
Can
crazy.
can I investigate the two little things next to it?
The fire thing?
The fire things.
Sure, make an investigation check.
The like giant torches, I guess.
Alright, but I'm gonna use my mini dice.
Switch it up.
Switch
Oh
it
my
up.
god.
I don't know if I can read that.
Super tiny.
I can.
Yeah.
Just flies out of the crevices.
That is, let's see, 12.
Ugh. You gather. You go and check out each of these torch kind of pedestal torches. We'll call them that. And they appear to be just a large basin on a decorative kind of medieval looking metal stand, and there is a fluid in each one of the basins. You're not sure what the fluid is.
Alright, I'm gonna check. I may have I imagine I've got a torch or something. I have a tinderbox. So I try to see if I can light it on fire. Light it up.
So, we'll say that your tinderbox also has kind of like a ferrite rod to strike some sparks. And you...
I'm thinking how tiny you are, like how tall these things are.
You take a second and you kind of climb your way up on the side of this and you strike it and it does light. The fluid in it does appear to be flammable, but it is releasing not a normal colored flame. It does strike up and the flame is burning blue. It is a blue burning flame. And do you want to do that to both of them or just one?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's do it to both of them.
Alright, so you go over to the other side and you...
When I see him light the flame, can I like make sure I'm like out of the like main entryway?
Can I
so I'm
hide
kind of back
behind the
into like the
throne,
altar room, but not like...
Okay. Okay.
He's like, no.
Alright, so...
Can I just go behind the throne?
So... Before you get to the second one, so you've already struck the first one, and you're on your way to do the second one. The blue flame lights. What is everybody else doing?
So when I see him light the flame, and like, I don't know what he's doing, but I saw one of the flames light, I'm going to try to like back out of this current like throne room and just kind of back into the altar room.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I feel like something's gonna happen in the altar room. I would just like to hide behind the throne and kind of like hunker down.
Okay, so like on the opposite side of where the sitting side of it is?
Yeah.
So just like behind it?
Yeah, like behind it.
And then what about you?
He's praying to the thunder god.
Banazar.
I think I'm interested in the flame, and so I'm sort of walking up the stairs. I'd been lower. And yeah, just sort of walking up the stairs towards the flames.
That looks like similar color to the crystal.
He's just like pretty.
And you're still down.
Yeah, I'm still looking at that tablet that I can't seem to figure
It's
out.
like the fire is lightning colored.
This seems like goblin trickery to me.
Yeah,
Goblin trickery.
very goblin-y. Smells like stone and blood.
Okay.
Crop, crop, crop. Which is exactly what goblins smell like. Stones of blood.
This blood smells like my blood, not goblin blood.
It's goblin trickery.
I'm looking for one of you to say one word, maybe.
Hello?
You do something. What would you do?
Speak, friend, and then no.
What do I want to do?
Somebody make a perception check, please.
I'll look around, I guess. Although I'm in
Sure.
the opposite room,
Do that.
so I don't know how that works.
See, I felt like I should do it because I'm lighting.
You're doing something.
I'm doing something.
Perception
Oh, 19 plus
Perception
2.
2, right.
So
It's up here.
21.
Yep.
Well, it's
No, there, yeah, that's right. There, yep, there it is. Perception.
21.
Alright, so you were down there, you just finished looking at this stone tablet, and then you look off to try to see where your friends are at, and you see them. You can kind of see a little bit of the throne room type area where you're looking up to, and you see, this pale, or this, it's a brighter blue, but this blue flame kind of erupt on one side of it, and as that happens, you do notice that the blue material that is above the altar does seem to get brighter. In like its pale glow, it seems to get more vibrant and brighter, and it's getting a little bit closer to the color of the blue fire that he just lit. And then now you continue on to the other side, and you strike your lighter, and the other one lights as well. And now the blue light in from the material above the altar gets a little bit brighter again, and I'll say you had like a 21 or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you were able to notice that in each one of the statues, since you're in the center and you're just kind of looking all around, you see that when the brighter blue above the altar gets bright again, it gets even brighter. A pale glow starts to emanate from each one of the statues as well, but it seems to be focusing from like closer to the base, where like Banazar was checking out that orb in the bottom of it. Each of those seems to kind of start glowing or crackling with arcane energy, and that is what you are seeing. Now, what are the rest of you doing?
Are the like lampstands, are they fixed or can they be moved?
I don't know. Give it a shot.
Okay, could I go up to one of them and see if I can pick it up?
Yeah, so you walk up to it and make a strength check.
Oh, goody. 7.
These stands are large metal stands, and they have a large bowl with that fluid in them. And try as you might, you grab a hold of it and you shake it, and you're trying to see if it's loose or movable, but it is solid as a rock. It is not moving.
Interesting.
And somebody else comes and they touch it and it falls over.
So where are you? Where is everybody right now?
Kai just went up to those two basins that were on either side of the throne room, or not throne room, on either side of the kind of stone throne, and he lit one of them, and a blue flame started burning from the fluid that was in it, and he was in the center down by the altar, and he rolled a perception check, and he was able to see that whenever that flame in that stand lit and start burning blue, the ambient kind of glow from that blue material in the ceiling started to glow a little bit brighter. And then Kai went over and he lit the other one, and the same thing happened. It got a little bit brighter, and then a faint glow kind of started to emanate from
The surrounding statues.
the statues. They have like their little orb in them. They're kind of starting to glow a little bit.
Can I look and see if there's anything else that I might want to light on fire?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. So 12.
You're not really seeing anything else that looks particularly flammable. It's pretty much just a stone wall. There's not much room behind the throne, and this stone wall that's behind it, and then those two lamps on either side of it. And there's not much else up there that looks flammable.
I'd check the other corridor. Might be more torches.
Yeah, I would try to light a torch with it, but I don't actually have any.
Okay. I'm gonna take Bob's suggestion. I'm gonna go check out the. So earlier, when I was perceiving the entire room, you said that there was this like little kind of way in, out of the room, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe the 15-foot kind of thing.
There's kind of like this cut off that leads to the throne.
That's what I was like. So cut off, but then there was also another.
There was another tunnel that was similar to the one that you guys came through.
Okay.
But it was kind of going in an opposite direction.
Okay, I want to do two things then. One, I'm going to try to make my way around the outside, so I'm staying away from where the traps are, kind of in the middle area. And I want to go to the statue that we have not yet kind of investigated.
Okay.
I want to investigate that statue, and then I want to make my way toward the other side, where it looks like there's more like, I guess, tunnel sewer-ish kind of thing. I guess whatever similar to where we came from.
Yeah, I got you. So you go up to one of the statues, you work your way down, and you go up to the statue. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Are we waiting on lighting the other?
He already lit it.
Both?
Yes,
I've
both of them have
they
been
have
lit.
both lit.
When the second one was lit, it got a little bit brighter again, and then kind of a faint glow started coming from the statue.
I got an 11 for my investigation.
Okay, so looking at it, which one are you wanting to look at? The one that you noticed that was just about average, or the one that looked pristine? Because Thomas looked at the one that was
Degraded. I want to check out the pristine one.
Okay. So you walk up to that one, and you're looking it over, and the statue, the soldier on the statue is, the same as the other ones. They're just in different, stages or processes of decay, you could say. And you look at this one, and, it's pristine, immaculate. You can't find anything wrong with it. It looks very similar to all of the other ones except for its condition, and the orb that's in this is red, not black.
Can I...
So the one that Thomas was at was black, and the one that you're at now in pristine condition is red.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know any kind of magical knowledge about this?
Make an Arcana check.
Woo, that's a good roll. Okay, 20, dirty 20.
It does appear to be magic in nature. There's definitely some arcane energy coming from it.
Would I know what kind of magic or no?
No, just arcane magic.
Magic do be magicking.
Magic do be magicking. I would say, looking at this orb, you get the feeling that it is not natural by any means. It's definitely it's not like a gemstone that you would find in the ground or earth.
It's an infinity stone.
It's not an infinity stone.
It's the reality stone, guys.
But it's something about it is saying that it's man-made.
So it's some kind of man-made orb that's emanating magical energy.
Yes.
And it's red.
Red in color.
Red in color.
It is fixed into the stone statue. It's kind of embedded in it.
Peel it.
Grab it. I'm gonna use deception.
Grab it.
Well, you're like in a totally different
You're in a
room,
different
by the
room
way.
than him.
You're hiding behind the throne.
Okay.
You're actually the
right,
farthest away from him.
Here's
Yeah,
what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll for odd and evens. I'm going to say evens is grab it, odds is not grab it.
Okay.
I rolled an 8, so that's even.
So grab it.
Did I say not grab it? Or did I say
No,
grab it?
Even was grab
I
it.
said even was grab it. Okay.
Odd is not.
Okay, I'm going to... what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cast Mage Hand, even though I'm right there at it, just in case.
Smart.
And I'm going to have the Mage Hand try to grab it and pick it up.
Okay.
How heavy is it?
I have no idea.
Well, yeah, I'm just going to have Mage Hand try.
Yeah, so you cast your Mage
Attempt.
Hand, and it works its way up to the statue, and it tries to get a grip on this, and it's a pretty big orb. I'd say it's, maybe the size of a softball. And the Mage Hand can't really get a grip on it. It's almost like a perfect orb, and there's no... It's completely smooth. There's nothing really to grip onto of it, and it is fixed in there, and the Mage Hand cannot move it.
But nothing happened when the Mage Hand touched it.
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to go in with both my hands and attempt to lift it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Strength checks are the best. Pretty sure.
Plus 0.
Yeah. 3.
It does not budge even a little bit.
Okay, well then, I forsake my endeavors of picking up this orb and I make my way over to where that other tunnel that looks like we came from was.
Okay.
What about the average looking one?
I was going to check that on my next turn since I'm already in
So, Ace checks out the immaculate looking statue, finds some stuff out about it, and now he's headed towards the other tunnel that you guys did not come out of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the other tunnel to explore, he's heading that way. And what are the rest of you wanting to do?
I'm gonna sit in the throne.
Okay. You vault over the back of the throne, and you sit down in it, and make a perception check.
We're about to find out what killed the other guy.
19? Okay. So from there, you're kind of getting a view of what this, of like what it's overlooking. So you're looking down over it, and you can see from there that it's kind of got a like straight view of the altar, and you can make out all three of the bottoms of the statues from there. Like the one that's the furthest from you, it's kind of cut off by the ceiling, but you can still see the base of all of it. And you kind of get this eerie, ominous presence when you're sitting in it.
Like someone who was dead was just there.
Whoa.
And you know, from there you can clearly see the altar and everything going on right around it.
You can see all the blood.
Alright, I would like to go look at the medium statue.
Okay. So you work your way over to it. You get right up to it and go ahead and make an investigation check.
15.
15. So yeah, it's just like the other ones as far as the soldiers in the same position, but the base block of stone that it's carved out of does seem to be a slightly different color than other ones, and it does have an orb in it, same size, but this one is completely white. It is pure white, like as white as a piece of paper, and there's no blemishes in it, nothing like that, and set in the same way, and the statue just appears to be like somewhere in between the other two, you know, a medium amount of weathering and wear.
It's significantly less athletic than the black one, but it's got a better shot at getting a loan from a bank.
Yeah.
I would like to troll.
It's also less likely to get arrested.
I'd like to try to pull out
That's good. This
The
stone.
The orb?
The orb.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
15.
It does not budge. You grab hold of it with both hands and you start to pull on it. You really can't get a good grip on it, really, just because it's perfectly round, and I would say it's embedded into this stone statue, and I'd say maybe a third of it is sticking out, and it seems about 2/3 of it is embedded down into the rock, and so you can't really get a good
Just
grip
break
on
the
it,
statue.
and you're not able to get it out.
That's a terrible idea.
You should
Yeah, it's
break
a
the mostly broken
wonderful
one.
idea.
Alright,
That's a good idea.
I will try to break the mostly broken statue.
Yeah.
So you're gonna make your way over to the most weathered statue.
The black one.
The one with the
You always
black
gotta pick on the
lettering.
blacks.
Yeah.
And what are you wanting to do? Like, where are you wanting to hit it?
I want to break it at the base so that the stone can become dislodged.
Okay, so you want to kind of hack at the base close to
Yes.
the orb?
Yes.
Kind of deal with it? Okay. Go ahead.
Or are you using like a
I think he has like a trident and
Oh,
I don't know what else he has.
Right? Yeah, I have a hand axe.
bro, this thing's gonna explode.
I see.
I'd say maybe the hand axe might be your best option. You can go to, I should see if you have equipped. Yeah. It might
Just
be
careful not to glance and hit the
that
orb.
or the Trident Orcrist thing.
I think swinging would be better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alright. Yeah, I'll attack with the hand axe.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
It's a 5.
Plus
Plus
6 equals 11.
11.
So you go to hit it with the hand axe, and you hit the hand axe, and at the same time make a perception check.
17.
That's good enough.
Alright.
As you're hitting it, you hit it with the hand axe, and as soon as the hand axe makes contact with it, there's kind of like a little spark of arcane energy and it is blue in color, and it kind of matches the blue fire and the blue glowing, and it kind of feels like it repels your axe back when you hit it. So you hit it with the axe, and this magic kind of energy just pushes back on the axe, and it doesn't seem to have an effect at this time with her attack. Okay. But what does everybody else want to do?
I think I'm just going to just follow everyone else. I'm gonna follow them down the tunnel that we didn't go down.
You're not gonna take a nap on the throne, or?
Nah, actually,
I'm just.
actually.
I just want to.
I do have an ability. I don't know if it's when I take long rest or a short rest, but I have something that can give me back arcane recovery.
Yeah, that's
So
a
short rest.
Mm-hmm.
I might take a short rest.
You want to sit there for 30 minutes? I mean, you can, definitely can. But a short rest is 30 minutes to an hour.
How long is everyone thinking they're gonna spend in the?
Let's leave this.
I mean, if you're gonna
Not
hunker down
very
for a
long.
short
We're
nap,
gonna be here
we're all
like
leaving.
3 hours.
I'm not gonna take a short rest. I'm just gonna follow him down.
Especially if it's that guy.
Yes,
We're all
especially.
leaving.
I would like to just real quick see if there's anything else that maybe is worth checking out in the throne room.
Okay, right there by the throne. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
There must be another corpus.
Let's see, investigation plus 3, so that's 17.
Okay, so you're taking some time and you're going over this throne room, and so, or not throne room, but just throne. And so, imagine from like
Dragons?
you're looking at the throne and you sit on it like this, and right where you're way too small, but where an average sized humanoid would sit,
Right.
you do notice that. So the armrests of this throne are, it's ornate, it's carved out of this stone, but there does seem to be a slight button type thing, like where
Why didn't I notice?
where
this?
your right hand was set, because you did a perception check of looking out from the chair. You didn't investigate the
That's
chair.
sad. And now I'm out of the chair.
I guess I pushed the button.
Yeah, I would too.
You're sure you want?
No, I pushed
I
the button.
pushed the button with a dagger, though. I'm hesitant to actually touch it, so I take a dagger and poke the button.
Okay, so it's it's kind of a slight stone button that's kind of well blended into the ornate work of the chair itself, and it kind of falls right where the right hand would be of a normal human sitting on it. And you press it with the tip of your dagger, and it does go in. And where's everybody else at?
I'm in the tunnel that we have not gone down.
So y'all
That's where. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you're at.
Yeah, y'all two are like right at the entrance looking down into this other tunnel, or you already wanted to work your way down into it?
I'm not wanting to work my way into it.
Yeah,
I was
same.
wanting to kind of, when I got there, I wanted to like poke my head in and like
See what you can
like
see.
look both ways. Yeah, just perception check basically.
And then,
Directly in front of the throne. That's right. No. Probably I'm like more off to like one side of the throne, like
okay,
yeah.
I gotcha. Still
It's
kind
like
of in
grabbing
that
the thing.
recessed area where the
Yeah.
throne's at, and then you're still by that statue close to the altar, right? And you,
I'm sort of on the other side of the throne, looking at one of the lampstands.
right, trying to
Yeah.
move it. And okay, so you press the button, and you do kind of start to hear a bit of a rumble. Like everybody is kind of just feeling this rumble sound. It's like a little bit of a mechanical shaking rumble, but it seems to be coming from underneath you. Like you feel it mostly in your feet, not from like above you or like the walls, but it seems to be kind of happening underneath you, especially for those of you who are in the altar area close to the altar. And actually what happens is the stone altar where this like bird was carved into the top of the altar is it actually starts to slide apart, and it's hard to describe, but how I'm imagining it. But basically, the altar kind of starts to slide open a little bit, and from inside of that, slowly you start to see a statue starting to rise out of this. It's not a very big one. It's probably like maybe a foot to a foot and a half tall. Not very wide. It's not nearly as big as the other statues. And it's kind of slowly starting to work its way out of the center. Like I said, the altar's pretty big. It's about 5 by 5 feet. And I'd say probably this whole mechanism in the center of it is probably like 2 by 2 feet or so on, just working on the inside of this altar. And it does start to slowly raise out, and then it closes back underneath it, and then you're left with a statue of a bird, similar to the one that was carved on it, but now it is a bird with its wings flapping and its talons kind of outreached, kind of like you'd imagine like a bird of prey going to like snatch a fish out of the water. Its talons are kind of going forward, reaching for like it's trying to grab something.
Does it have an orb in it?
Would you like to go up to it and look at it?
Wait, don't. I'm already there.
Yeah.
So
no.
I'll just go up to look at it. You stay where you are.
He's gonna smell it for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to sniff the statue.
Okay.
Sniff the statue as
Oh,
you're looking
sniffy
at it as
whiffy.
well. A good
Uh-huh.
sniff and look.
Take a big long sniff.
Sniff
Go
and
ahead
lunch.
That'd
and
be
make a
sure.
perception
You should do a
check.
scratch and sniff.
Oh no!
This
Nah.
is gambling trickery.
12 for perception.
Okay, so you get up to it and
13.
My-
Oh,
Perception.
that's plus 2. Sorry. 13, not 12.
so we'll probably finish up with this last thing. You said you're about 10 minutes away from here.
Yeah, I do need to probably get out there sooner because your car might need to.
Yeah.
I'm not totally
Okay.
sure.
So we'll just finish up with this last thing. So you go over and you look at this statue of the bird, and it appears to be similar, just a 3D version of the bird that was carved onto it. You're getting the idea that it's probably a phoenix. There are some fire accents added onto it, but it is a very ornate, very detailed statue of what looks to be a phoenix, with its talons outreaching, like it's trying to grab something. And that is kind of all that you're getting from it right now.
I put my hand in the talons. Or at least a finger.
Okay,
You are dead.
nothing appears to happen.
Do I see the statue moving from the throne?
Yes, you can
Okay.
see it from the throne. Yep.
Are the talons of the bird facing the throne, or can you really tell?
Can I?
Yeah, so it looks like it's kind of facing the throne. So from how it's all orientated, the altar, the bird just arose, and the bird's head, it looks like it's facing towards where the throne is.
Mm-hmm.
And then in front of that, like kind of towards the front, is where the broken tablet is at. And then that's all kind of facing towards the throne.
And are the orbs facing the?
The
bird?
orbs are all facing in towards the altar.
Okay.
So each one of the statues, the orb is facing the altar, and the soldier standing on top of the block is facing like in posture towards the altar as well. All of them are looking in towards the altar.
Okay.
How should I word this?
And there's no other buttons on the throne.
You do not find any other buttons. there.
Okay.
Could I make? Can I make like a history check to know if this is like some sort of method of magical imprisonment?
Guessed it.
It's very specific, but
What is your background as far as like magic stuff goes? You're a sorcerer?
yeah, I'm a sorcerer, so
Okay.
I guess
I feel like that'd be
So,
more of a wizard thing.
it'd be more of a
because-
thing. But as a
I could
sorcerer,
do it.
I
Do
was-
something useful.
Do you want me to do
please.
it?
I did have a magical predecessor or like teacher.
Okay.
I could do a history check. I have a +5 mod.
I
Watch
mean,
me
if
get
you
like
want
a
to tell
1.
him,
I mean, yeah. Hey, Do you know anything about this place? Like, is this some sort of magical prison? That's exactly what I say.
And go ahead and make a history check.
So I got a 14 with the mod.
Nothing. This doesn't seem familiar to any of the historical imprisonment or restraining or sealing rituals that you know of, as far as methods of archonic sealing and stuff like that. None of it seems familiar to you. It doesn't quite match up with anything that you know of.
You just look over at him and go, what a stupid question.
Alright, and it's probably about time where Michael will need to start getting out.
Okay.
So, I guess that's where we'll stop.
That's super gay.
For this.
Okay, so to quickly explain what happened with this little jump here, Matthew, who was playing Garth, and Michael, who was playing Westlock, had to leave, so they both left, and the rest of us continued playing, and Asher's brother, Seth, showed up just to observe, so he didn't participate in playing D&D, but then the rest of us decided to explore just a little more once they had left.
I think I got it. If we're just exploring the other hallway that looks similar to the one that we came from, I was going to explore that when he pushed the button. So can I peek my head through and stealthily try to perceive what's going on in this other hallway?
Yes. So the Phoenix just came up. There was that rumble underneath your feet. Phoenix came up. He just poked it. Kai is still sitting on the throne room. The other people, they're there, but they're not actually there.
They died.
They died.
What?
Lightning came down and pierced the ground and killed the character that Matthew
His
played.
prayers to the His prayers to the Thunder God were answered.
Yes.
The other guy was strangled by the skeleton because he wanted his cloak back.
Yeah, because he disrespected the skeleton on the...
Yeah, the skeleton came to life for just a moment to strangle him.
Oh yeah, if that guy never plays again, y'all should probably take the cloak from him.
Mage hand, I'm gonna grab the cloak.
But anyways, you peek your head down this tunnel. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Alright. 6.
It's dark.
Alright,
I would like to go investigate the bird statue. See if I can turn it, like make it face a different direction.
Alright. Give me 1 second.
Here, you can use one.
No, you must do it now!
I don't believe I said I wanted to take a second.
Just think.
Yeah, if you're gonna continue going on, I figure you should have your stat sheet.
But, okay, so you work your way down from the throne. You approach the Phoenix statue.
It's at
And go ahead and
18%.
make an investigation
Should be
check.
good.
Should be good enough for now.
Yeah, because it was at 48.
48, yeah, when
when
we
it started. So yeah, it's held out pretty well.
9.
It's, it's stone statue, very ornate, very detailed, maybe about 1.5 feet tall, wingspan, maybe puts it out to 2 feet wide or something like that. And you poke on it, press on it, nothing seems to be happening. You try to turn it a little bit. It doesn't seem like it wants to turn. You're not putting too much pressure on it. It looks pretty delicate just from what you're gathering from it. It's it's detailedly carved stone statue, and
So
it's not
it
super
looks delicate.
big. It does look delicate. And so you try to turn it, nothing really happens.
So I try to smash it.
Are you sure you want to do that?
90%.
Okay, where do you want to smash it? Just
Right on the head. Just.
alright.
With what?
To do that, you have to be standing on
I guess I'll take my rapier and just with the butt of it.
Okay. Go ahead and make roll.
You gotta hop up.
An attack roll.
Well, so thank you. So the thing about the rapier, and so I'm just gonna do like a regular attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A 1?
A 1.
So you hop up on this statue, or you hop up on the
I'm
altar.
Keenan.
You hop up on the altar,
You understand my pain.
and you're basically like you're almost looking like this bird statue in the eyes because you're close to the same height as it. And so you've hopped up on this altar, and it looks kind of delicate, and you're like, I think I ought to smash it. So you prepare to strike it, like pommel strike with a sword, and you take out your left hand to aim, and you go to pommel strike on the bird's head, but you somehow just strike the back of your hand right, like dead in the center, completely missing the phoenix head and just smashing yourself on the back of the hand, and you let out a horrendous wail because it does not feel good.
I take 47 points of damage.
Yeah, there's sneak attack.
I didn't see it coming, so I got
You were not expecting that attack.
I got snuck on by myself.
Roll for damage. Rolls
I
about
was
20.
snooking.
Well,
Yeah, so you don't take any damage, but it hurts. That's maybe tender on the back of the head for a while.
I swear in all the languages I know again.
alright.
Which, to recap, since you don't know, I know Elvish, Draconic, Common, Sign Language, and Thieves' Cant. I'm just flipping birds. Cussing.
Your hand's like throbbing in pain. Ah!
This one finger's fine.
Alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull out my torch now.
Okay.
Pull out my torch, lit it. Now I'm going to try to perceive the hallway. See anything different.
Make a perception
To make
check.
it slightly different.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
God.
Nice. So
That light made a huge
it
difference.
made a huge difference. So it looks very similar to the way that the tunnel you just, came through looks like, and it has a slight downward grade slope, and as far as you can see, it just is the same tunnel. There's no differences, but it does appear to be a pretty long tunnel.
Hey Kai, can you come over here and because you got the 60 feet of dark vision, I know. So can you look down this tunnel, see if you see anything?
No.
I would like to look, because I'm still up near the throne, at least I was. I'd like to look at the left side of the throne and see if there's another button. Because there was a button on the right side.
Yep.
But we didn't look at the left side. He just pushed the button instantly, so...
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
3.
It's a stone throne.
Can I retroactively make my thing an actual persuasion check, just so he has to roll against it?
Sure, make a persuasion check.
To make him go over and look at the tunnel? He doesn't need to roll, it's an at one.
Yeah.
Unless he rolls an at one.
You sound like your voice is shaky and crackling.
Nope.
You sound like there's no confidence or command in your voice whatsoever.
You actually talked yourself out of it.
Yeah. You're like, hey, could you come? Wait, no. I mean, if you could or if you have time. Well, I don't want to be too much of a burden. I don't. Never mind. That was your attempt at persuading you.
So you said the claws on the phoenix look like they're or the talons almost look like they're reaching out to grab something.
Mm-hmm.
So can I look for something that would fit in the talons?
Yeah. Let's see. What would I want you to make?
Stealth.
Yeah. I would say go ahead and make an investigation and an arcana check.
Investigation and Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so first was for investigation, which I got an 8.
Okay.
The Arcana is the dirty 20.
Okay.
The opposite of mine, basically. Last time with the tablet.
So, looking around, definitely looks like it's reaching to grab something. There's not much that you're seeing around it, but with your Arcana check, you are kind of, getting some kind of magical essence coming from it. Both the statue and the tablet that's right in front of it. And as Bob discovered earlier, the tablet does seem like it's kind of sitting in a slot, and he was kind of messing around with it, and that was before the Phoenix came up.
So, can I try again to see if I can read the tablet, see if there's anything on there that...
Yes, you can definitely try and make another investigation check.
11.
What languages do you know?
Elvish, Draconic, Common, Thieves' Cant, and Sign.
This is a sign.
It's not sign language.
It's actually just a gnome.
It's a sign. It's got language.
Like one and the characters are just different gnomes doing different signs.
So as you're looking at the tablet, it does appear to be a tablet, and there's writing on it. It's nothing that you recognize. Make a history check.
Okay. Where is... Oh, there it is. 13.
You're not getting a whole lot from it, but it does seem like the writing, you don't recognize it as... it doesn't seem similar to anything that you know, but it does seem like very strange and old writing.
Can I try to remove it?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, I'll try to remove it.
Make a strength check.
12.
So, you grab a hold of it, and it's kind of flush sitting in this altar, and with a little bit of work, and you're trying to finesse it that way, not being too violent with it. You're not like trying to pommel strike it. With a little bit of care and effort, you are able to kind of work it up, and it does seem like it's wanting to come out. You want to pull it all the way out?
Yeah.
So you pull the tablet out, and it's in your hand.
Cool beans.
I'm
going to keep it with me. I'll put it in my backpack.
I'm not going to try to put it in town.
Well, we're missing half of the backpack. Sure, I'll put it in the talon.
Okay. You start to try to put it in the tablet, in the thing, and then this has happened probably about 15 seconds after you pulled it out, and the floor starts to rumble yet again. As you're just kind of messing with the tablet next to the Phoenix statue as this rumbling just starts to come, and you do kind of notice that it does seem like the claws of the talon will hold this top half of the... It seems like you kind of have the top half of the tablet, and it does seem like it fits into the talons of the Phoenix.
Okay.
It looks like it'll hold it.
So I put it in for the talons to hold it.
Alright.
I don't think Tabula was telling us all he knows about the sewers.
That rat.
Right, that's who raised me in the sewers.
Alright. Let's see, what else is there to do? I'm trying to think.
So, as the rumbling continues, the passageway that you guys came into, like you came through, how you entered this room, stone slowly starts to slide down, closing the door on that one side that you came in, and it closes, like it blocks off the way you came in.
Okay. Is there anything I can do before that happens? Like, could I cast like firebolt or anything to try to like blow the stone away so it leaves an opening?
Roll.
Quick, it's your conscience speaking. You want to go stop the door?
Or like I have a ray of frost as well, so it would be a way for me to like frost it to where it holds it.
Come on, Rob, you can get it.
Roll a.
Rob!
How do I want you to do this? Let's see.
You're a paladin, right? You have a shield. You can stick it out.
Oh,
Actually, don't.
also,
Yeah, he doesn't
I
have
chose 2 weapons instead of a shield.
also, it's my
Isn't the point of the paladin is that he has a shield?
No.
my character gets everybody's name wrong.
But I'd say roll initiative.
Roll an
Oh
initiative.
no.
Okay, alright.
Just Keaton. Or actually, everybody can go ahead and roll.
Okay.
11.
I don't want to.
Fell off the table.
25.
What?
Oh,
You have plus 5 to initiative?
14.
I have plus 7 to initiative.
7?
I also have an ability to where if someone has a better, I also have an ability where if someone has a higher
Roll an
initiative than me, I can swap with them.
Well, that's
Just stupid. What's the point of even rolling?
not one.
I got 14.
That was just so Keenan.
Yeah. The last time we
We're
played.
not going to say I rolled a nat 1
like,
anymore. They're going to be like,
ones
oh,
on
I
in a
did
row.
it, Keenan.
Yeah, nat ones are the worst, and I rolled 2 in a row last time. So
You're definitely not fast enough to
No.
do anything about this. The opposition to roll, I rolled against you guys to see, because I didn't pick like how strong or how fast this door would like close, so I just rolled a d20 against you guys, and I rolled a nat 20. So
so pretty much like no matter what we
probably
did.
you don't get to it in time. You can definitely try. I'd say of anybody, you might have the best chance. We can see what you do. But
the thing is, he's not very strong. I'm not exactly sure what he would do to stop it.
right, so I mean,
So probably not
you'd be
gonna
the only
use-
one who was like even had the quick enough to do anything about it. But he was the one trying to do something about it.
I feel like best case scenario, if I tried, it would just be to get out the other side. But then it's like I'm in this room,
yeah.
and you know, I feel like it would maybe fit Kai's character to do that. But at the same time, I don't just want to be separated by myself.
Right.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
that seems like a boring way to play it.
He was trying to do something anyway, so
Yeah, so, alright.
I would say that.
So it just shuts.
So that does get closed. Unfortunately, you did not have time to react to it. Well, especially not with a nat 1.
right.
I think we may have finished finding everything in this room.
Alright, I mean, there's still this other hallway area, I guess,
Yeah.
that's open that I was trying to see through, which somebody could have helped me out with, but, you know, that's fine.
I'll be there. So, like, when the tablet went in the Phoenix's claws, did the Phoenix itself move? Like, did the legs drop a little bit from, like, the weight of the tablet, or did it just, now it's just holding the tablet?
It seems like it's just holding it. You did not pick up on anything mechanical happening with the statue itself.
Sweet.
It just looks like that's how it's meant to be. Like, it just looks like that's how it's supposed to hold it. The claws and talons are kind of designed to just hold it in a specific way. It just matches up.
Okay.
Sorry,
Alright.
I'm trying
I guess I'll go down over there and see if I can see
trying to
down the
think.
passage.
We didn't see any other like doorways in the throne room area, did we? Or did we even look for that?
I think we did.
You guys looked around, and there's a stone wall behind the throne. There's probably maybe like 5 feet of space between the back of the throne and the stone wall, and then the 2 lanterns kind of fire pit type things on either side of it, and I want to say either Matthew or Michael looked around and they saw a stone wall behind it.
Okay. I was just curious because I was like, I don't want to like leave this area
I
if
mean,
there's another.
there could
opening.
be another secret door.
There could be, but then you found the secret button, so I think we'll just check out this way first.
Well, there could be the second secret button because we got a 3 for the other side.
But you did investigate the chair earlier, and he only specified the one button.
Well, he clicked it before he finished talking, so.
Oh, did he? Oh.
That does kind of happen sometimes.
Oh.
But
I just say we check out the hallway because we're trying to look around as much as we can right now, anyway. So
Before anyone enters the hallway, I give it a good sniff, just to make sure there are no goblins.
right.
And you try again to find.
roll a survival check.
Survival?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's if you're pure sniffing. That's his sniff check.
Yeah. It's 23.
Perfect.
Good long sniff.
It's
He went,
really breathing in.
Marinated.
and now he's high.
So
There were-
the air emanating from this tunnel, it is.
Smells like the bathroom of an Arby's.
Oh no.
It smells
Terrible.
It smells similar to the air of the chamber, but you're picking up slight sewage scent coming from this direction. But other than that, smells pretty much the same as the room that you're in, but you're picking up a slight hint of sewage.
And do you tell everybody about this?
Yeah, I'll tell everyone except for him. He's not around at the moment.
What?
Hey guys!
Buddy, where's my pad?
He's just looking. He's looking at the throne. Turns around.
Where did everybody go?
Did you guys see the throne up here?
I would have put money on you saying, have you guys seen the castle?
Looks at the dead guy, the skeleton bones. Do you know where the castle is? Anyway, so I'm gonna try to sneak down this hallway slowly, holding my torch. Just trying to creep my way down. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, probably gonna go grab Banazar just so he can come with us. Make sure we're not just leaving him behind. So I'm gonna grab Banazar and then I'm gonna start slowly creeping down this tunnel with I assume everybody behind me.
Since you're grabbing him, are you going to help him look for another button on the left side?
Yeah, sure. I'll also, as I'm there with the chair, I'll just do a double take at the chair.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
1. It's 14
I think I've got +2, but maybe double check. Yeah, 16.
You're not seeing any other buttons on it. Seems
Okay.
like
Ha!
checking it out.
Stupid.
Just the one button seems like. But from your best investigation skills.
Alrighty. Yeah, grab Banazar. Alright.
What about my best investigation?
Your best
There
is
could be 100
3.
buttons. We're not sure. There might be 10 more buttons on this chair.
Alright, guys. I guess I'll lead.
I'll lead.
I'll let him lead the charge.
Bob the leader.
Bob the leader.
That's just what you
Bob
You
need.
also have a torch as well, so
I
the
do.
torch out. You can lead. I'll have
You lead,
Banazar.
I'll follow.
How about you be in the middle, Kai? You be in the middle?
Nah, he's on my back. He's my conscience.
Right. That's right. He's on your back.
I climb up on Bob's back.
You'll have to inform Aaron of that, too, so that way next time he comes by, he's like, my conscience.
The thing is, he sniffed me, knew I was on his back. I whispered in his ear that I was his conscience, and he believed me. So there's a very decent chance that he just genuinely thinks that Kai is his conscience. Like, he knows it's Kai talking, but he's like, Kai is my conscience.
Alright.
I went from thinking he was a goblin to now he's my conscience. It's perfect. It's perfect progression.
So you guys work your way down this tunnel.
The singular hallway?
Yeah, it's like the same size that you as the one you came in through, and you walk for the same about the same amount of time that it took to get through the other one.
47 minutes.
And you just keep walking,
I think it was like
and
15 or something.
you come up upon a stone wall.
Yeah.
Just dead ends.
I wonder if this is like the backside of like a secret wall, like we did with the Discover with the other one. So I wonder if there's a way to open it from this side, or like if there's another stone button around here. So I guess I'm gonna investigate the walls around us, see if there's a loose rock.
I would also like to investigate.
I would also like to investigate.
Do it!
Sure. I will.
13.
Okay, I'm specifically going to investigate the floor in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
He
Well.
looks down the floor. Have you seen the next
That's pretty good
secret
for you.
doorway?
That's actually better than me. I got an 11.
Oh.
I got a 4.
Plus,
Oh.
that's not gonna matter.
It's 7.
13.
Wow, I almost got the highest number.
That's kind of crazy.
I rolled the highest.
This is for Faye's character.
So you guys were, what exactly were you looking at?
I was particularly like pushing on the stones around us, see if any of them have any give to a button, or I guess if there's any space between the walls.
Okay, and that are on the
Stone.
wall beside you, like the tunnel wall, or the dead end wall right in front of you?
I would say the wall. I'd say the wall around me.
Okay.
The tunnel wall. Not the dead end.
And what about you?
Your mom.
Okay.
The dead end wall in front of me.
The ceiling.
Uh-huh. And the floor.
The floor, yeah.
Looks pretty much like stone, guys. Really bad rolls. You're not really finding anything.
This is where I suggest that we all swap what we're doing. This time I'll get the sidewalls, you get the ceiling, you get the floor,
Or,
you get the...
I got it, guys. Everybody back up. I'm going to firebolt the wall.
Yeah.
You gonna do it?
I'm going to speak the
I don't know.
word
What do you guys think about that?
friend in Elvish.
Oh. No.
And it magically opens.
Nothing happens.
What if you sign friend?
No, you guys check it out.
I flip off the wall.
You're checking it out, and you do not see. You're not able to find anything in your checks.
Do you guys want me to firebolt the wall?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to check the sidewalls now.
I'll check the floor.
Okay, that's way better. 21.
Okay.
18.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll check the dead end wall.
Okay.
You paying attention?
Freak yeah, let's
21.
Okay.
I don't think I need to roll.
So
That's awesome.
much better. So you guys spend some time checking out this wall, and Keenan actually investigating the dead end wall itself. You do manage to find a stone, kind of in the center, but a bit high, probably about head height, closer to the
So
top
I've
of the
never
ceiling.
That's why I couldn't find it.
Exactly.
Too short.
And you do manage to find a stone that appears to give a little bit whenever you.
What does it give?
Can I try to wiggle the stone out
You can.
like
Go-
he did previously?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take. Do I need to
Yeah, just
Sleight of hand, maybe.
make a.
like attack roll with my dagger? Or
I would
something?
say make a. Just a dexterity check, probably.
Dexterity check. Okay.
There we go.
Let's see, 19.
Okay, so
Keenan getting good rolls is a nice change of pace.
you're able to pull the stone out, wiggle it out, and the stone section does come out, and you're just gonna have a block of stone.
Okay.
in your hands.
Is there anything where I pull
I
out
throw
from?
it at Matt's character's head.
You do see what appears to be a stone
Stone
button
button?
on the inside.
Oh.
About halfway through the door, looks like.
This seems very familiar.
Crazy.
Mage hand, touch the button, or press the button.
Okay, so where are you guys at? Are
Let's
y'all
see.
wanting to
We're
stand?
in the hallway.
Well, yeah.
How far away from the door?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say let's back up. Do you guys think we should back up 10 feet?
Yeah, 10 feet.
10 or 15 feet?
I say
He has a.
I have a
Like,
maximum
this is
length
spell.
of 30 feet, so we can go 30 feet, but
I
how far
think
back
10
do you wanna
feet's
go?
fine.
I'm actually already 15 feet back, searching on the floor.
I'm standing directly behind Bob.
Okay, good. Yeah.
He's still on my back.
Goliath's shield, so to speak. Yeah, I am still on.
I guess we go 10 feet back, except him.
He's back there.
Mage hand, I cast Mage Hand, and then I send my Mage Hand to press the stone button.
Okay. Miraculously similar to what happened before, you do kind of hear like a mechanical clank and a rumbling, and the wall itself does slowly start to slide down. And this is much slower than the door that came from the ceiling, because gravity was kind of taking control of the door coming from the ceiling. Nothing was under it. There seems to be some kind of mechanical structure underneath this wall that's slowly lowering it down. So, it's going at a slower pace.
Similar to before, so do you want to take a peek over like you did before? or-
Sure. I'm coming up on Rob's back here and peeking out, see what I can see.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh my god. A nat 1.
No, it's the Keenan.
I'm sitting too close to Keenan.
I'm getting the gold roll!
So, as
Keenan is contagious.
you're like
actually
trying to
just goes chair
peek
by chair.
out,
Yes.
as
So
you're trying to peek
chairs
out
back
over
So I can't
Bob's
sit here
shoulder,
this time.
you actually just hit your head on the wall of the tunnel because he's already like taking up all of the space
I'm
of the tunnel.
very tall.
So you just bonk your head and you don't really get a good look at anything on the other side.
I am concussed.
You okay, Kai?
What?
I will take a look.
Okay.
I start speaking.
I know.
in
I'll give it a
language.
good sniff.
Oh, there you go.
Good sniff.
Yeah.
Roll a survival.
No, I can speak now. I can speak now. That was at
Nat
the
20.
tavern or the guild.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
What happened?
Nat 20.
Sweet.
I'm giving the tunnel a good sniff. Another one.
With your eyes open, right?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm pretty sure that's the second nat 20 he had on a sniff test.
It is, yeah.
Good.
I just wish he was doing something other than his for the 20s.
That's okay. Well, the only other thing I will say is
That's the
it
only thing
depends
I'm
on
good
how
at,
dark it is on the
sniffing.
other side, because even with a nat 20, you don't have dark vision, so...
Yeah, but I do have a torch. So.
Okay.
But he's sniffing. What do you need?
That's
So you take a deep sniff in, and immediately what comes to your nostrils is
Your
the
mom.
stench of the stench of
Your
Sewage, I'm assuming?
the stench of sewage, and also what hits you is like a gross kind of insect smell.
Goblin.
You don't see
Goblin.
any
You
goblins.
don't smell goblin.
Goblins disguise their scent as insects all the time.
But have you seen the movie? Have you kind of seen the movie Over the Hedge?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So you're kind of like the pest control guy.
Oh.
He takes the sniff in, and he's like, rat, porcupine, skunk, and then you get like one last sniff in, and you're like, amphibian, wait, reptile, and you're smelling some kind of reptilian type smell coming from this room.
Reptilian? We didn't fight.
It's a
What is
snake.
that?
It's a giant
It's
snake.
like your mother.
There was a centipede, there was a crab, and there was giant rats.
Yeah, we didn't find him.
We're fighting your mom, turns
Did you
out.
guys hear that sound?
Leathery
I
old
think
bag.
this rock did something.
Oh, okay.
You must go grab
I'd
it.
say by this point the door is about halfway open, and that's probably where we'll call it for this evening.
I was definitely
alright,
gonna
alright.
try to tell Bob that I was his conscience and that he needed to immediately charge into the room.
Well, I figured y'all probably need to leave soon.
Yeah, it's
And,
about time for us to go.
I mean, honestly, I should too.
I wasn't trying to get you guys into combat seconds before you need to leave.
Well, I
Okay.
can't stay here all night, Christopher. I gotta go.
But
He's
yeah.
still on the ground looking for buttons.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, I feel something. I think it's doing.
We're gonna.
Did you guys hear that? I think something moved.
At the start of the next session, and we're gonna be fighting, and then we're gonna finish, and he's gonna be like, "Guys, I didn't find any buttons." Or
There's nothing here.
Oh, guys, look, there's monsters.
Did you guys see this?
look at all these.
There's
dead
this
monsters.
door here, or else we wouldn't have been able
There'll be
to
all
escape.
these dead, like hideous monsters on the floor, and he'll be like, "Look at all those chickens."
Look at
And then one of us will say, "No shot."
shot, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, this last little bit was arguably more fun than like the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We didn't have all the chaos.